Leave my vocals unmuted. Momentary flames, my flame, left behind from what can spin. Someone explain what is happening. Experience what might be real. Oh, there's the delay. All right, well, hey, cheers, everybody. Yes. Thank you for coming back on, Freddie.
Thank you for having me.
And first time on the podcast, my good friend Nicholas Rojas. Nick and I have known each other since, I think, before first grade.
Oh, we should have done the claps.
Wow, that's a long run.
Yeah, and actually, let me do the claps. I forgot about the claps.
All the time.
It's to sync, link up the video with the audio.
But and I'm also now recording these on my phone too, just to make sure that, just in case the audio.
Oh, you could add another.
Yeah,
we can add that. Yeah.
The room sound.
Yep. Just in case.
So there was a huge van that just drove out from next door, and now they're all leaving. I think the party's migrating or something.
Uh-oh. It's a party van too.
Oh, it's a party van. That's exactly what that is.
Exactly like a party van. Yeah, that's an Airbnb next door. So,
oh, really?
Yeah.
So people come and like stay there?
Come and go, man. On the weekends,
Wow.
we've seen some interesting characters recently.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. I'm not gonna lie.
That's how Airbnbs work? They're just houses?
Yeah. Wow.
And people make a business out of it?
Mm-hmm. We could do that, technically speaking.
I'm pretty
sure. You got a spare thing, don't you?
Well, Laura and Yanni live there, but technically speaking, like when we go on tour, we could do it if we wanted to. I just haven't decided to.
Mic is moving a little.
Wow.
Yeah, but that's like kind of that's like one of the perks to like buying property is like using it as an Airbnb when you travel, or like if you just buy the property and then you just rent it out as an Airbnb, then you can do that too. You know?
I was gonna say I think you have to own the property, but that's not true because Diane in Colorado was in an apartment and was on Airbnb with just one room, like her room. So whenever she would leave, she could organize that. That's crazy.
Yeah, well, the place that we stayed in North Carolina, right, or South Carolina, it was a townhouse, someone's townhouse. It was literally, they did exactly what.
So it's like an organization. You just add yourself onto the Airbnb.
I think so.
Exactly.
It's like renting a car or anything else. Like
It's almost like the scooters that they do like out in California. You just ride a scooter somewhere and you leave that bitch, and then somebody's like, I can rent this scooter here and I can just ride it. Yeah, from here, and then just ride it 3 blocks down and just leave it there. Yeah.
It's actually starting to become an issue because people are leaving them in some dumb places.
Yeah, just tripping over scooters.
That's pretty dumb.
People also leave reviews on Airbnb, and you're able to tell who's a good owner and who's not. And it's like, you can tell who's gonna be treat you right, and then there's some that.
So there has to be somebody there to guide like your time there. Like you have to feed them breakfast and stuff.
No. People leave basically like they do the codes at the door so that it only opens. So the way that people get in is that after they pay you. Oh man, there's a lot of
I can see your head turning, bro.
Yeah.
I can just see like the fucking gears. In
Yeah,
your head right
I
now.
just didn't know how that worked.
Yeah, after they pay you give them the code and then they can get in.
Do you have a house?
No, I rent an apartment.
Okay, but is that something? I'm sure that's something you're
maybe
fucking,
later in the future. Right now, I'm in debt for student loans, so I'm trying to get that situated. Fortunately, a lot of my private loans are getting. People are like, "Hey, just give us a couple grand, and we'll just wipe out this tremendous loan." So I'm gonna jump on just the private ones. The federal ones don't play; they're gonna want their full amount.
Yeah,
but the private ones are like, "Give me $2 grand, and we'll wipe away 27,000." Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
you're like, that
I would
sounds
fucking
good.
do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump on some of those here this year, so I'm gonna try to kind of knock it back.
Yeah, let me know about that because I went to a private school too.
Well, the private loans are when your federal loans run out. You only get so many a year.
Oh.
And really, the private ones are the ones you kind of don't want those.
Okay.
They're not good.
Why? Because of the interest rate or something?
Because they can actually like take you to court. I don't know. There's a reason why. Oh, because you can't consolidate them. So I got like 3 of them that are just floating around, and I can't consolidate them. That's why they're trying to do.
They're trying to get at least something.
Something back, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Huh.
And they're in default at the moment.
Really?
Which I didn't know until recently. I just found out.
Huh. Yeah, we were just talking about that. Like, hopefully we get a president that just kind of like absolves us.
Well, I mean, we got into the debt. We signed the papers.
Yeah.
I was just too young to know what I was getting into.
I'm willing to do community service if they wipe all the debt.
That's good.
Oh, that'd be dope.
A good one, yeah.
Yeah, I'll work. I'll do work.
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. Yeah, community service. Yeah, that would actually be like not only helpful to society, but helpful to yourself.
It's a real good idea, yeah. I'll go pick up trash or whatever.
Fuck, Nick, come on, bro. Send some emails, dog.
I'm getting on that tonight.
Yeah. Write your congressman. Handwritten letter.
But, so yeah, I guess since the last time that you've been on, what's been going on with you, bro?
Same stuff, just doing corporate audio, a little bit of corporate audio, some pinstriping shit. I went out to West Palm Beach and did a motorcycle show. I don't do them that often because there's a lot of noise and dust and all that, and I'm trying to deal with intricate lines and shit. But there is a decent amount of money to be made in one day, so it's like give and take.
That's pretty dope.
I made like $800 in a day.
Wow. Yeah. Just for one day.
Just for one day. So like if I wanted to do that all the time, I could probably make more than I do at my job. But to rely on just artwork, money and artwork, I don't know. It seems
sketch.
Yeah, like
well, it's hit or miss, right?
Exactly. It's hit or miss.
Yeah, because you could have one bad week and then that throws off the whole thing.
Yeah, or one really good week, which could carry over that one bad week. But I mean, I guess it's some people take that risk.
Yeah, I mean, comedians, for example, that's kind of like the life they live, where they live basically like they pay, a lot of them just pay the rent with whatever they make performing and stuff like that. And that's like scary shit. Like a lot of them talk about having to borrow money from friends or having to sell shit, just because they ended up not getting enough gigs, that month or whatever. And that's that's insane to me.
Well, a lot of the guys that do the pinstripe and stuff also do like hand lettering, so they might do a sign for somebody, or they'll do like, I think I said last time, like some gold leafing, or which I did learn a little bit since the last time I took a class on gold leafing, so it was interesting. Yeah.
Oh, so what was it? What was the process of that again?
The process is you lay a what they call a size, which is a glue, a gold leaf glue, and you have to check it. Like there's one that gets ready in an hour, and then there's one that gets ready overnight, which gives you a longer time to lay the leaf. So then you get these little booklets of leaf, which are super thin. Like it'll fly away in the wind. That's how thin it is. So you get this big fat brush. You kind of pick it up with the big fat brush and you lay it on there. And you just do whatever pattern you made, we could outline this whole table, right? That was one thing that we did, like a big fat outline. So we lay leaf, lay leaf, lay leaf. And then if you want, you can get a piece of velvet and turn it. Like lay the velvet on top of the leaf and make these circles all over it, so it kind of glimmers. And then you coat it with a clear coat. You brush clear coat over it, or whatever you want to do afterwards. You don't have to clear coat it, or you can outline it. But it's just a way of I guess this is probably gold leaf here, but I guess it's just a way of getting gold onto something.
And it's real gold.
And it's real gold. Yeah, you can get cheaper stuff that isn't real gold, but it looks the same.
And is it pretty expensive to do that?
It's kind of, yeah, compared to the paint.
How much would it be, for example, if I wanted to get this table done?
For somebody to do it, I don't know, because I don't know what people charge, but I think it'd be a decent amount. Probably be in the few hundreds.
Okay.
Just to get the...
I'm thinking like more than like 1,000 or some shit like that.
I don't know. To be honest, I don't know what people charge, man. Some folks charge out the ass, because that's what they do.
Yeah.
And like you said, you don't know when you're going to get it again.
Yeah. Yeah, that's... I couldn't imagine like quitting. I mean, it would be dope to quit my job and then just try and focus on music and make money off of that, but I just know for a fact I wouldn't be able to keep up with my bills. There's no way.
Yeah.
I'd have to be doing like covers every night or something.
Start a cover band, bro.
Yeah. That's
what Trigger City Trio used to do. I don't know if you remember them.
Yeah, I do remember.
They were a cover band Monday through Friday, and then or Monday through Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday they would do just originals. They would try to do originals places.
Like just play gigs and stuff?
Play gigs, yeah.
Where were they playing at?
I have no idea.
Like a bunch of places or just one place?
St. Pete. I know that they were in St. Pete, but I don't know where.
Huh. You know, we used to share a practice space with them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like a storage, like where we practice and all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're good guys.
Yeah, I've only met them once. They were never at the fucking practice space.
They lived together. So I think they used to. I don't know.
If they're not. I know they're not together anymore as a band.
I have a pretty serious question though. The gold leaf, when you lay it, can you move it at all?
No, it's stuck.
It's it.
It's
That's
stuck.
it. So the moment it's down, like
it's down.
you're
Yeah,
done.
it's glue and it's ready to go because it's got to be like tacky. You got to feel it.
Right.
It's got to be tacky but not sticky. I don't even know how to explain it.
Yeah, like dry basically.
You have to be able to rub your knuckle over it and it goes womp. It's like makes a noise.
Really?
Yeah, that's one way of telling what it is. But it can't be like sticking to your finger. So there's like a
science to it.
Yeah, and the hour-long one, the quick dry stuff is very tricky to figure out. But the shit that lasts overnight gives you like a 12-hour window to lay that leaf. It's good for like 12 hours for you to do whatever you want with.
Like as far as like how you make it look.
Yeah, laying it down, making sure it's right because you got to push it down. It's got to
too
stick
much pressure,
good.
man. That's too much pressure.
Yeah,
you can't do that.
That'd be cool to like do on a guitar.
There is some. I can show you some pictures.
Really?
Or you can look it up online and then like edit it into the video. I don't know.
I don't know how to do any of that shit, man. Honestly, like we were just looking at the YouTube live thing, and I was like, I don't even know how to connect them. You know what I'm saying? Like all that stuff.
Yeah, because I saw your post and I was like, damn, streaming it would be good, but the thing is, I don't get how to do YouTube live and use this interface and use this camera.
YouTube streaming, I think you have to have a certain amount of subscribers to stream. I think
that makes sense actually.
Because I'm able to stream now on mine.
Really?
Oh, I've seen it before. Yeah.
How many subscribers do you have?
3,700.
Fucking killing it, son.
That's that shit.
No, but that's still fucking.
What do we have?
We have 75. Which thank you for the 70. Thank you for the 75 listeners.
I'm not saying go unsubscribe. I'm just saying go get your buddies to go subscribe to.
We post this and then they just all go away. Somehow have negative 75.
This time I'll make a video saying that I'm on the podcast. I'll put it on mine.
Okay.
Maybe some people will come check it out.
Actually, your podcast I think still has the most views.
All dope.
Yeah.
It's probably all me because I've listened to it like
nah, bullshit.
30 times.
Don't tell us that.
Don't tell me that. That is funny though. So you're saying like listen? Okay, so because everything I think you said in the podcast, and I've definitely listened to it back. Like it just sounds like I'm talking to Freddie. It doesn't sound like you're saying anything that would make anyone think that you're an asshole.
Well, we talked about guns and shit.
Yeah.
We talked about
we had some
politicians.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's good. So actually, Ray was on the podcast. Ray Rojas.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You got him?
Yeah. Yeah, we got him. He was on yesterday, and you know,
that's the one I mentioned. I commented you should get Ray.
Yeah, I think you inspired us to finally reach out.
Dope.
But yeah, he was great, and we had an awesome conversation, and you know, after the podcast was done, we kind of started talking about like the fact that what's missing, in my opinion, from our society right now is having conversations about, you know, even if it's controversial.
Yeah.
We have to be able to talk about it, you know? And I mean, we had like a 2-hour long conversation about that. And I was going to bring up Matt, I was going to bring up like things that are happening right now with you guys and kind of get everyone's perspective. Yeah, let's go into it, you know. Why not? It's like it's not like anyone here is going to say anything in my opinion that's going to offend anyone. It's just going to be so and
racial stuff.
And honestly, if we do get comments, at least people are fucking paying attention.
Oh my god.
And more dialogue will come out of it. So.
Yeah, exactly. But the main the two main things, or the main thing I was thinking about is like, what is your opinion?
Easy, son. Ask Nick first.
What's everyone's opinion on this Michael Jackson fucking R. Kelly shit that's going down?
Hey man, fuck those get. We actually talked about this with Ray too.
I didn't follow it too good. I've been wanting to check out what is happening. I do understand what Michael Jackson's been accused again of molesting. Mm-hmm. These two fellas that were kids back in the day.
Yep.
And then R. Kelly's convicted?
I don't think
he's been convicted.
I think that actually.
I think he. I know he was. I know he was arrested.
He was
arrested. Doesn't mean
convicted.
That doesn't mean convicted. Yeah.
He did have legal troubles a few years ago, and I think he was able to get away with not facing any serious penalties or any charges. Mm-hmm. But he was charged at the time, and then right now he's been charged, and he was in jail. He apparently has a lot of legal trouble. financial trouble because of
owing money, right?
Yeah.
He has a lot of child support payments.
Oh, that's not good.
And he also has his royalties are not in order, like for I Believe I Can Fly song.
He knows. Like,
that's the one too.
He knows these details.
That was the one song. That was that song back in the day, bro.
Space Jam, dude.
Yeah,
that was that song.
He had It's the Freaking Weekend. I Want to Have Me.
I remember that one. Yeah.
Those are all.
Oh, fucking.
He didn't pay the royalties for that shit.
Well,
for his biggest fucking hits.
Ignition. That's Ignition.
Yeah.
He's just had a lot of bad managers who haven't
put those things in order. I'm guessing. I know. Last time we hung out, you left, and I was like, he knows a lot about like really random things.
It's good, man. It's good shit.
Yeah, he does. He really fucking does, dude. He can go in on some fucking shit. You're just like, why do you know that, bro? Like,
good though.
It's cool.
You
I'm not
fill in
gonna
the
lie.
gaps of what people don't know.
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
like, actually.
Yeah. Like I didn't know that. Like your demeanor did not express that you knew all that information.
I wish you guys could have seen his face.
I actually work in TV news, so I have to kind of
follow
some stuff. I have to challenge myself to stay, up to date with like these things. But like, I don't the intricacies of like his legal battle. Like I know it's a situation where apparently he's accused of like holding like 13 and 14-year-old girls like basically kidnapped in his house.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fucked up, man.
Like he's like it's like trafficking, and like he's basically made them like mental slaves. Like they believe like I think that like
he's God.
Yeah, that this is okay.
like,
almost like a cult leader.
Like he's their dad.
Because they're fucking 13 years old and dumb.
And I don't know if you saw that interview. It kind of went viral where he was like being interviewed by Gayle King, and he's like, "I'm fighting for my life."
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw the meme.
Yeah, all the jokes they made.
They've made a bunch of memes
like,
out of that.
The lady's just like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, and then she just continues like, so these allegations.
She's like,
"Why would I do this? It's so stupid. I would never do this."
See, that's the thing. So the first thing, like, there's people that are denying, and I'll just stick to at least the Michael Jackson story. There's people that are denying that he didn't do anything. Like there was no malpractice or whatever you want to call it.
Malpractice.
Yeah, I guess that's it's not the right word.
Might have been playing doctor, but I don't
malfeasance?
know.
Is it malfeasance? Malfeasance? I think it's malfeasance. But yeah, so the idea, in my opinion, now it's not 100% sure that he did that, right? Because there's no evidence of it. But like there's video of him traveling with these kids, holding their hands, like everyone, for example, agrees and is admitting that he did sleep in the same bed with these
I've
kids.
heard about that, yeah.
And it's like, do you like the chances of him not doing anything to him actually doing the shit that they're saying? I mean, come on,
Right.
Like,
if I were a betting person, I'm gonna bet he did something.
It makes sense that he. Yeah, I'm like Liz. I agree, and you know what? I have a hard time whether or not to call you Liz or what do you call her?
I call her Ellie.
Ellie.
Mm-hmm.
I like Liz.
Liz. All right.
Just
cool.
do Liz,
Let's
man. That's
Liz.
cool.
That's what I went for. That was my go-to. I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
Liz.
you just stick to Liz. A
All right.
lot of people call her Liz.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
Of
Because there's like a few different things for Elizabeth.
Ellie, Liz, Beth.
Beth.
No one calls me
No.
Beth though. No one calls me Beth.
Yeah, Beth is
Bethany.
That's
Liza.
weird.
Bethany.
Bethaniel.
Elizabeth.
Blizzard.
Elizabeth. Elizabeth is fine. Okay.
Can I call you a Belelli?
Benny Fenny Benny. Right? Liz is good. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, or Lizard. Or Liz Wiz.
So here's what I'm thinking. Let's get back to topic. I agree with her. There's a chance he did it because he was. It's a weird circumstance
That's
to be
weird.
under the limelight from the moment you're a child, getting beaten into being a badass motherfucker on stage. He was literally beaten into greatness by Joe, right?
His
By
dad.
his dad.
Yeah.
He was the one, and all that pressure, never having a childhood. So that made him strange to begin with. And then, this infatuation with being a kid. So, but then the fact that people saw the managers, everybody, fucking thousands of people around him, seeing children being left in his bedroom overnight. I think those are the people that failed the system.
Yeah.
The people that failed was every fucking adult that was around the entire time. And letting him be like, oh, well, I guess the kids are going to spend the night. Okay.
Yeah, those parents. Those parents are
dude.
Fucking crazy.
Fuck the parents.
Yeah.
They fucked up no matter
big
what.
time.
No, they're awful parents. I mean, there's no if, ands, and buts.
Can you imagine any of our... Hey, this adult dude wants to just hang out with you, so I'm going to go on vacation.
Yeah,
You're going to hang out with him.
This adult dude wants to sleep in the same bed.
Yeah, there's a few things you have to sleep in the same bed with him. What the fuck?
Yeah,
but
it's
all that
fucking crazy.
Fame and all that shit, you know, him being the king of pop and people fainting when they saw him back in the day, like he was above anything that we have now. I mean, we don't have nothing compared to what Michael Jackson was back in the day.
Maybe Justin Bieber. Maybe.
Not even close, bro.
Yeah, that's true because he's like he was like international. And like everything.
Bieber could walk fucking down this road right now and maybe somebody might notice him.
He looked like a bum.
If Michael Jackson walked down this road,
everybody would notice
everybody
him.
be outside fucking trying, you know, even if he was in regular clothes. But damn, it looked like Mike.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
I mean, is it probably like a, you know, obviously it's a mental issue, you know, that could have been resolved without, you know
maybe a mental issue.
Little kids getting affected, but it was never.
He
addressed.
probably did do it. I don't know. You know, that's.
I mean, yeah, that's the other thing too. Is like I don't know either. I'm not claiming like I know 100%, for 100% he did it, but it's like
I did listen to. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good.
I did listen to an interview with Macaulay Culkin on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah,
and he did say, dude was just like a kid. He was just like a regular ass kid, and we just hung out. And he's like, I was fucking little, and the dude acted like he was little, and that was it.
There's two celebrities, the two young boy, like I guess like child celebrities that ended up going to the Neverland Ranch or whatever. They say nothing happened, and then people have said this, and I kind of agree. Like as Michael Jackson, it would make sense that you wouldn't want to fuck around like with those kids because they're celebrities, right? There's like
I guess because they're on top too.
Yeah,
they're like almost like your peers.
Yeah, exactly. So like the chances of that information getting out from them, for example, was probably way greater than these disenfranchised kids, or whatever. I mean,
yeah, I see what they're saying. So it's like basically like, yeah, obviously he didn't do anything to them. He might as well just mess around with these other kids that
don't have no pool.
Yeah, they're benefiting from all the traveling, and the parents were like staying at the fucking in dope places and shit like that, like getting free fucking vacations. I mean,
that's crazy, man.
There's also the element of his tragic use of medication, and that also probably played a factor, and he probably was on a lot of drugs.
Maybe even more back then because it was just readily available.
Yeah,
I know what he died of fentanyl, right? Is that what got him? Was fentanyl?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, like a tainted medication, and I think what is also interesting is allegations are made that like his doctor, like people wanted him dead.
Yeah, towards the end. Yeah.
So. Why? What? For what reason?
Well, I guess it was kind of like Prince. Like it's just I
royalties maybe and shit like that.
Well,
I guess
how do I put it into terms like he was just these like Prince, for example, he was just given medication for like a bad back, and he was given like dirty medication. But I guess I don't know, the term like to use, like they wanted him dead, was just be like the doctors were just giving him whatever he wanted.
It must have been for the money. Where I read, I don't know if it's true or whatever, but yeah, he was telling people that they were trying to kill him.
His skin condition too.
Yeah, vitiligo.
Yeah.
I think when when you have that much money and power and shit that could change hands when you die, you never know if there's going to be people that are like, hey, I'll give you a cut since you got access to all their medications. I'll give you a cut. I don't know, I'm just thinking, right? I'll give you a cut, doctor, if you can make this happen. And doctor's like, well, sounds pretty good, maybe.
I don't know. I think like, I wonder, man, what would be the benefit What would be the benefit of him dying for
well, he owned all of the Beatles royalties.
He doesn't anymore though, right?
He did, I think.
Yeah, he did. I think
Before
Paul
he
McCartney.
died.
I think Paul McCartney bought him back.
The Beatles.
I know, it's fucked up.
I think he still has Neverland Ranch.
Maybe Paul McCartney.
For sale.
Maybe Paul McCartney paid the doctor to
Whoa,
kill
conspiracy
Michael to get his royalties back.
But how does that work though?
I did it for the royalties on the. I always liked Michael. He
was a good chap.
Ringo made me do it.
But at the end of the day, we just had to have those songs back.
There's a lot of LSD back in those days.
A lot of LSD.
I was taking LSD at the time. Yeah, that's blowing my mind right now. That's fucking crazy.
There's a lot of Beatles conspiracies. I always like reading about those, about how the band broke up.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Paul's not
Paul
real.
Is dead.
Paul's
yeah.
not. It's a fake Paul.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Isn't that a weird concept? I actually saw a documentary on that.
I think you know how they cloned a sheep.
Yeah.
And like we know that they cloned a sheep.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you money they've cloned some fucking people. I bet you money.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I would at least bet $100 because I'm cheap. But I would at least bet somebody $100 that they've cloned somebody. There's no way of finding out. But you know, there's places out there that I mean, we get doctors and all of our smart people from other countries. We have visas to bring them here so we can call them Americans, you know, or whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. So we could say we have them here.
Yeah.
But we have like all these special ways of getting people into our country to help us grow with that stuff like science and medicine and shit. And because we're not obviously fucking raising them here, you know.
Yeah, it's
so maybe that's what I'm thinking. Like all this clone stuff. Maybe you know somebody out in Germany or something's already cloning people.
I definitely wouldn't be surprised if that's somewhere is being done. I mean, it just I'm sure we would all be surprised about the shit that's probably happening. You know.
Oh yeah.
You know, behind the curtain. I mean,
in Area 51.
Yeah, I don't see that. This is the way. There's such the deepest conspiracy about that is that the government put that shit together to like hide, you know, I don't even know, but the government is the one that actually is put that theory out there that there was aliens. Have you heard that conspiracy?
Yeah, well, I mean, because people say that all the UFOs that you see are government crafts.
Exactly, yeah.
So it can go either way.
I know, it's kind of...
What are you going to do?
I definitely think...
There's stuff we don't know, you know?
Oh, for sure. I definitely think that there's, life out there, and, you know, it would just kind of be crazy if we were literally the only living thing in the universe. You know, we can't even see that far out into the universe.
It's because the Earth's flat.
So you're not a flat earther, right?
Yeah.
No, you're not. Fuck you. You're lying to me.
It's flat as your bill. His got's a curve. I can't.
Yeah. You don't. No, you're joking.
No.
Okay. It's like
you're like, get the fuck out of my house.
No. I was like, this is going to be a very interesting podcast.
No. I did watch the Netflix one though, the Flat Earth thing.
Yeah, Behind the Curve.
Yeah.
What'd you think about it?
Well, they were trying the one guy, one of the scientists, are like, they're just going to keep trying until they find something that goes with their theory.
Yeah.
That confirms their theory.
Yep.
So they're just trying.
Yeah, they have a bias.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually we brought this up yesterday too with Ray, where they bought an instrument that is supposed to measure the rotation of Earth's spin or whatever, or Earth's spin, and it was like $20,000. Have you seen this?
No.
Okay, so they bought this instrument. It was like $20,000. I'm assuming they probably got the funds from people donating or whatever.
Yeah, GoFundMe, because they don't have jobs, fuckers.
Yeah. So they use the instrument, and it actually it works in a way where the calculation, if you do it, it literally shows that the Earth is round, because if the Earth, I think it was, if the Earth spins, if the Earth. What was it?
You're never gonna get it, man.
I think it's
basically supposed to detect whether or not there's a curvature.
Yeah.
And they're doing it with science, but the shit wasn't showing it. They're like, we're gonna try again tomorrow.
Well, the one with the lights is the one that they decided to fucking say.
Oh yeah, they tried to do one with the lights. They were putting sticks in swamps and shit, and they're like, if we shoot this laser beam, it should it should like be higher up than the hole that we've made for the laser or something like that, right? Because if there is a curvature, then the fucking laser would be a little bit higher. But when they got to the fucking end, the laser's this goddamn big because it's a beam of light. It's not gonna stay, you know, teeny tiny.
But they ended up figuring it out though at the end.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, but so basically the test is you have to find like a plane or whatever, like a flat area, and I forget where it was, but they
was in
specifically
a swamp.
said
Oddly
that.
enough, they were in a damn swamp.
Yeah, and so they have to have 2 boards or whatever. I think they had 3 boards with holes all in the same spot, and they all have to be the same height. The boards, right? So if the Earth was flat, depending on the distance, and I don't remember what the distance was, but they were very far from each other. If the Earth was flat and you threw a laser through the hole, it would literally show up in the last board that was here or whatever. If they were all together, just standing up 17 feet high, 17 feet high, let's say, for example, then the light would go through, right? But if the Earth has a curve to it, then the light wouldn't show through because, you know, the light is not bending, you get what I'm saying, over the curve. So they did the test, and the guy had to lift the last board up 24 feet in order for the light to show through. So that proves that Earth is on a curve. And they were like, oh, that's interesting. And then I actually read the fucking, like, their response to it on the Flat Earth Society Facebook
you went and
page.
looked it up after the thing?
I wanted to see what they had to say about it. And they like, oh, the equipment that they were using was faulty, and we have to redo the test.
And then they're going to redo it, and then the same thing's going to happen.
Yeah, and then they'll just say it again. They'll just be like, yeah, the equipment was faulty. So, but that's unfortunate, man, because a lot of those people, and they explain that in the documentary, they just kind of, it's not that they're not smart, they're just misled. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And scientists need to do a better job of, I guess, making people not feel stupid for not
guide them in the right direction.
Guide them better, yeah.
Because they have a scientific mind, and they're trying to prove things scientifically.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, they're wrong, but like you said, don't make them feel stupid about it.
And the other thing too is like scientists are super antisocial, and you know, like most of the time they're just trying to focus on their research and stuff like that. They're not trying to, you know, fucking waste their time trying to convince someone that the Earth is round or whatever. They're just like, I'm done with you. I mean, look at Neil deGrasse Tyson. It took him forever to finally respond to it.
That dude was also in trouble for.
Yeah, nothing has came out yet though. About that.
I just saw one article that he was being like investigated, and then that was it.
That's all it takes now.
He posted on after like. After the allegations came out, he posted on Twitter that he was giving the FBI, whoever was going to investigate, like full like authority to investigate whatever the fuck they want to show like that he's innocent. So I'm just like, I don't know. That doesn't sound like a guilty man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's smart. Just keep quiet and don't go out there crying like R. Kelly.
Yeah,
that's what I was saying on the podcast with Ray. It's like if you're accused of those things, in my opinion, you're not guilty. You're not freaking out. Like you're letting it ride.
It's a little harder though.
I'm not saying
in
that's
that case.
easy. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just saying I think that would be the reaction of a person who's not guilty of something.
It's so hard. You never know what you know sort of pressure you're under, like what people are.
And it's just not a great thing to be accused of.
Yeah, it's hard, you know.
I mean, it can literally happen to anyone.
To anybody. Yeah.
Like I knew someone that it happened to here in Tampa.
Yeah,
he used to work at Guitar Center.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and he just disappeared from the fucking face of the earth.
Yeah.
You think he did it?
Probably, yeah.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, I think so.
He was weird.
Like the way the story was explained. Like I'm just like I can see that happening.
What was he accused of?
Huh?
What was he accused of?
So he was accused of groping a girl that ended up sleeping with him, like not having sex, but like just
literally. It was. Why would you go into his bed? But she did, and he ended up groping her.
So her reasoning, and this is the thing. It sucks because I still don't. I understand like you, or maybe most people would be like, I would never do that. I would never say yes to that, but. She shouldn't have that shouldn't be the case.
Well, and that's the argument of a lot of females is that I shouldn't have to worry about that if I say yes to something like. But I don't know. It was just the way I was raised.
It's you know what it's another thing too. Like I listened to people. There were some people in France that discussing this same topic, and this lady's like, but it takes away the romance of her being like, no, because she liked that cat and mouse shit.
Wow.
Yeah, she was like, I like that, because I told my husband or whatever that we're married now 30 some years. She's like, I pushed him away like 100 times. She's like, but I like that he came after it, and like not in a derogatory way.
Yeah.
Like he didn't rape her.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
But he kind of liked that she kept trying and trying, and eventually it became like a courtship, and they got married.
Yeah.
But she's like, this whole, can you sign a contract because I want to touch your titty? Like,
Yeah. South Park actually made a really good episode of that. Well, a few episodes of that.
I think
because it's all subtle stuff, like the subtleness of somebody giving you the go ahead.
Well, there's some like scenarios that have happened where, like for example, like the Aziz Ansari one, like that one was kind of like, it just sounded like a really bad date. Like
and he got let off. I mean,
he's fine now, but it's just like the argument was that he should have read her cues, like her like facial cues, and it's like that's not really fair to a person. Like, if things are happening, like for example, apparently she, they had fellatio, like she gave him fellatio, and
are you saying you can just say what?
she gave him she went down on him. Yeah, she gave him a blowjob.
He's trying to be clinical.
And
holy shit!
She performed cunnilingus.
Cunnilingus.
Disclaimer: you're gonna have to use Google if you watch our podcast.
His pineal gland
opened.
Anywho,
and
then she freaked out, she felt weird about it.
No. I think it was afterwards where like he had this weird move that he did to her, like where he stuck his, I don't know, it was something weird. It was like he stuck his fingers in like her mouth. Yeah, it was something.
Oh my god! It was that's really bad. I'm sorry.
It was some weird shit, man, and it's like so he's into weird shit, and maybe
once
he
you
should
give him
have
a
asked
blowjob,
first.
once you give him a blowjob, like aren't we already like
you're kind of into
aren't we on base 3 and like we could probably.
That would be my argument.
Unless he's going way far into some crazy shit, what I mean?
Like if he's fucking, trying to take a shit on her or something. Like, obviously that's not fucking, that's probably something that I would ask. But...
Hold on, that's not normal?
Wait, do that all the time.
Oh shit, what?
It's acceptable in some cultures.
In Germany, it's a big thing. I just made that up.
There was another documentary about the dude that owned Virgin Mobile.
Mm-hmm.
It was on Netflix or something like that. But he was, I guess, into that shit.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the guy who invented...
not Virgin Mobile, holy shit.
McAfee.
McAfee. Yeah, the antivirus.
Yeah, the antivirus. Yeah, that guy, yeah.
See, when people are like...
he's weird, into weird shit?
Yeah, that
he likes,
specifically.
He likes girls to shit in his mouth or something.
No, he does not.
Yeah. There was 3 different ladies that said, look, we didn't have sex. We just kind of...
we just took dumps in his mouth. Yeah.
Oh, my God. Yo, whatever. I'd do it.
Isn't that crazy?
This is why...
I wouldn't do that.
When people are like, I can't believe that person parked like that. I'm like, actually... somewhere out there's a billionaire right now getting shit in his mouth.
So this is not the craziest thing happening.
That's true, actually.
People are like, I can't believe this. Well, let me tell you something.
What if the person saying I can't believe is the fucking billionaire that's getting shit in their mouth?
Well, they're trying to hide stuff.
That probably happens a lot.
That'd be funny.
Fuck, but
trying to hide stuff, probably. Yeah.
But fuck, what were we saying right before we went into that?
Were we still talking about Aziz?
Oh yeah, so in that situation, I guess basically it's like that whole thing, blew up, and it's like it's not really fair to him because she never said no, and people argue that he should have just read the situation better, and it's like, am I gonna disagree and say maybe there should have been a little bit more communication? Sure, you can argue that, but ultimately it's like it's not really fair to, put him on the same level as someone like Harvey Weinstein or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not the same thing, And
then the argument is, well, if we don't treat them all the same, then we're not taking care of the problem. And it's like, I disagree with that statement. There should be levels of it, just like there's the concept of Ring of Hells, right? Hitler's probably in his own thing, and then everyone else takes up all the other ones. It's like, it's different.
It's good, I think, that there's communication on it, and it's good that it's being brought up. But then again, we're also bringing it up during what do they call it? An outrage culture.
Yeah.
Of outrage. People are trying to be more outraged than the next.
I think more people came to the defense of Aziz than.
Yeah, they did.
So
yeah.
I don't think he. I mean, I think he probably suffered a little bit career-wise, but like when you also put into context of like the Me Too movement, you know, and that's when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
But Louis C.K., for example, that was another comedian.
Yeah, that was a different type of situation, but
Louis
that one
C.K.
too.
was also, that was like, if you compare the two, that his is like
way worse.
Even comparing Harvey Weinstein, it's like totally different.
Yeah.
That's a different layer. And then you got Cosby.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
drugging people in the 70s, which I think at the time people did that too. A lot of people did that too.
So he's probably there doing and going, this is normal.
This is what we used to do. He's like, that was normal shit back in the day.
Yeah.
It was
But
still
it's
wrong,
not
though.
wrong. Yeah, I mean, it was
Yeah.
wrong. It was completely wrong. It's just
Yeah.
what people did. He got in trouble for it, I guess.
It is kind of shitty to think that's probably something that, I mean, maybe even further more in like the 80s and 90s.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, back you keep going back is men were just stronger than women, so they could do what the hell they want.
Yeah, and it's like, I guess what it is, I agree in this with the sentiment of like someone in that form of power to do something like to use that against like someone that doesn't have as much and kind of like coerce them.
And
into
that's
doing
another
it.
level that you got to add into it, where they are on the spectrum of the power spectrum. You know.
Yeah, because the thing is, it's like ultimately for these women, for example, in Cosby or even Harvey Weinstein's case, it's like they're just afraid to even say anything because they don't want to be blackballed.
From the industry.
From the industry, and it's like I understand that, man. That fucking sucks.
It's good that this stuff is happening. I think it's good.
Yeah.
But some people are just getting caught in the web for silly stuff like Aziz, but obviously Cosby and fucking CK and all them. I think they
deserve punishment.
They deserve what they got.
Yeah, for sure.
Has he come out with like anything new, or has he been shunned? Or
I think he's still touring.
I was not a huge fan of his to begin with.
I don't like his comedy.
I think that Netflix dropped.
No, he's still on.
It's on Netflix?
Yeah, Master of None is still there.
Did they do a season 2 or whatever?
They've done 2 seasons, but I don't think they've continued on
after that happened.
Yeah, I think they might be coming out with the third.
And I think also,
I
why Netflix would do that is just it's better to take the safer route.
Yeah, with companies, they're thinking about their shareholders.
Unless he was making,
the show must have been doing
comedian, but I don't think it made a difference if they kept him.
Netflix
not
isn't
Aziz.
Netflix
He's still on there though.
From,
I just saw it the other day on there.
Well, no, I think what I'm saying is that they're not gonna have their name on the next season, is what I read. They're not going to take off what they already did. They decided that they're not going to pick up the next season.
I see.
The next season of what?
Master of None, which is
that was his show.
Yeah,
I think
it's actually good.
Show.
I like that show. I like his shows. Like I like that one. I guess that's the only one he has, technically speaking. But he was in before Parks. He was in another show too with with Paul Scheer and that other guy.
I thought you were gonna say he was in that show with a couple people. I'm like, oh yeah, dude, I totally know what you're talking.
All I remember him was in a movie. He was in a movie.
Which one?
I don't remember him before Parks, dude.
He was. I want to say he was in something like 40-Year-Old Virgin or something like that.
I think he was in 40-Year-Old Virgin.
It was one of them movies.
Or you're just really racist because there was another.
No, I know that guy. The other guy was old.
That guy. I think
he's like fuck you, fuck goat.
Yes,
he's like
that
some
guy.
shit. He's like, why you keep calling me goat, fucker?
Yeah. I think that guy.
Go fuck a goat.
Ended up like getting arrested for like drug possession or something like that.
I thought you were gonna say for the same thing. I'm like, oh shit.
No.
Uh-oh.
That actor. Yeah, but yeah. So. Whatever, I guess going back, it's like I think there needs to be, we need to figure out the lines here with all this stuff. Yeah, it's difficult. Yeah. I just don't think it's not fair. It's not fair to say that, that there's gonna be some innocent people that get caught up in the web, and I'm okay with that. It's like, no, man, we should figure that shit out.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
because that ruins people's lives.
Yeah, and it's also, I think it also degrades like the movement, in my opinion, because now it's like I don't know what to believe.
Right. It's why people don't take the Me Too movement seriously, or feminists seriously.
Like if you convict someone of something that they didn't do,
and you're
then
okay
no
with
one's
that.
gonna. Then we're just going right back to no one believing the victim anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Salem witch trial, basically.
It's hard, man, because people are complicated and people suck.
Yeah.
So it's either they suck because they did it, or they suck because they're trying to get something out of the person that didn't do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, fuck it. You know,
well, that's an interesting way of seeing it.
And then who knows who's trying to manipulate the shit either way. Some people could just be trying to get it to go the opposite way of where they're trying to get rid of the Me Too. Or there's some people are trying to, you know, fight for it. It's like, you never know who's, you know, and some people could be implanted to try to guide shit, because then you got the people from Russia there's always people from Russia trying to make things bigger than what they are. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know you guys know about the
have you heard about the Russian troll farms?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it could be, and they say some of these people will work on having a page for like 2 or 3 years, regular page. Let's say it's about like, I think you might have heard this shit.
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
where he's talking about just cars, nothing but cars, muscle cars. Then all of a sudden it becomes this radical kind of, it starts to lean towards
it gets politicized. Yeah.
So like now you've
clickbait, I'm guessing. Shit like that.
You've invested all your emotion into this one car page. Now all of a sudden the car page is showing you whatever left or right stuff. Yeah. You know, and then all of a sudden it turns out that it's some Russian fella that's been working on your mind for 2 years. You know,
Russian fella.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
16-year-old Russian kid probably or something.
It's super crazy. Like. And the funny thing,
I did not know that was a thing.
That exists. Yeah, they actually, there was two groups of people that got hired on for $200 to do a anti-Hillary and an anti-Trump rally against each other across the street, and they were both organized by Russian people, and they even sent like $400 to make it happen.
Wow. Yeah. They'd get me with a cat page. They'd get me.
It's it.
Just throwing it out there. Whatever.
What if
a really good cat page?
What is that page called? What is it? Pet Incentive or Pet Informative or something? With one of the ones that you watch. What if that was a Russian fucking troll?
I follow one on Instagram as cats too, because I got the 2 cats at the house.
That's fucking. I
mean, they do post like, it's weird. What? Maybe this is the start of it.
Oh,
but what it is that they're now advertising things. So they're trying to sell me things that have nothing to do with cats or pets in general. Like it'll be like, look at this cool, nifty bracelet, $25.
Next, it's going to be a make cats great again.
Oh my god!
And then
that would be like the fucking next.
Then you're gonna be building a wall.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna build a wall in front of my house. Is what's gonna happen. I was gonna bring up though, if we could take something as terrible as murder and break it up like the legal system has done, right? There's a difference between manslaughter and there's a difference between all these things.
Yeah.
I don't see where the argument makes sense where you wouldn't take sexual misconduct or just those kind of things and break it up as well.
Well, I think they are in law, but I just don't think they are in society.
But that's what I mean. Well, that's what I mean. Like in society, like why not treat those things like that? Like it's crazy to think that, you know, you talk to people and they're like, no, everything is just as bad as next thing.
Some folks.
And it's just like, dude, I think,
folks.
Some folks. And it's just like, dude, someone who actually got raped would probably be offended by what you're saying right now.
Yeah.
Would probably be like, that's not the same thing that happened to me, like, at all. And it's like, I don't understand how they don't think like that, but whatever.
No, I agree with that.
Right?
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, there was literally a person that, like a comedian that I listened to, his wife, they talked about this whole subject, and she was raped, you know, and she said, she literally said exactly what you're saying, is like when she heard the story about, you know, the chick with Aziz Ansari, she was offended by it because she's like, I've actually been raped before and this is not the same thing.
Yeah.
And it's being treated as so, and it's like, that sucks for those people. I mean, I couldn't even imagine, you know, someone that's actually gone through some shit like that, and then they see this, they read this story, and it's like.
Well, I think also they got the tabloid mentality of they're trying to get a lot of clicks, like you said, clickbait. Mm-hmm. So they're trying to make. I think the media sometimes tries to make it as fantastical, as can be.
And this guy works for the fucking media, bro. We should kick his ass.
Wow, scumbag. No,
I will fight back.
He says these hands is ready.
No, it is interesting the way like I observe the news. There are a lot of times where you see a story that runs for 3 days and it's just the same thing, and you know, it's like, why? I mean, it's just everyone they want to shape public opinion.
Yeah,
and they want to you know, as long as they make you feel an emotion, they've done their job.
Yep.
Whether you're riled up or you're
and riled up is a stronger emotion than happy. That's why you hear less, or indifferent. That's why you hear less positive stories and you do negative ones, because they know negativity what invokes this
stronger feeling.
Yeah, stronger feeling. Like I've noticed that too. If I post something positive, like, hey, I'm gonna go, or I fucking graduated, you're gonna get one or two quick sayings. Good job. Congratulations. High five. If you say, oh, today my boss, you guys check this out what my boss did, you're going to get fucking long paragraphs of negative shit.
Just dude, my boss
negative
did
shit.
This and my boss.
I've never thought about that.
We should experiment.
Type something on your Facebook or whatever saying something that you've done well at, and you might get a few, you know, but say somebody fucking cut you off in traffic or something, or somebody ran into you and left the scene, which happened to my brother recently. You're going to get 45 fucking comments of people telling, oh, that piece of shit, yada, yada. You know what I mean? People go all in when it comes to negative shit. But when it comes to positive shit, they're like,
Is it morally correct to use that for your product?
What?
Like to use that?
When it comes to money, buddy, morals don't matter.
They do.
I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, but I see like
dog eat dog with companies.
Well, companies, yeah, that's the different thing. But people, like I feel like the way you, for example, you're trying to make money, I don't see that from you.
I try to be. When it comes to that stuff with like the pinstriping and some of the, I guess, I can see how companies would go about it. Just personally, because I don't know, maybe because I care about the craft and I care about like the audio shit. Like I don't want to fuck people over.
Yeah.
You know, I feel bad, and I'm the type of person that I will never claim to be a good person. I won't claim it. I just don't want it.
It's so weird.
I don't want that title. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I don't understand why you say that.
But you're not. Would you say you're a bad person? No, right?
I'm capable of shitty.
Everybody
things.
is.
I know, but you know, everybody's like, "Oh, I'm a good person." Nah, fuck that. I don't think I'm a good person personally. But when it comes to like things that I'm involved with in public, I try to do the right thing. You know, with the pinstriping, I try to give people reasonable prices. If I make a mistake, I try to fix the mistake. With the audio shit, I always try to give the bands a correct cut. You know, I try to do things right way. I think it's more or less because I know if you do something fucked up, it will always come back.
Yeah.
Like that. You know, it's just
what would be your definition of a good person then?
People that want to help people, that want to do positive things. If I help somebody, I will stop and help people, but I will fucking be pissed about it the entire time. Why can't you get your shit together? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, you need me to fucking push your car out of the fucking middle of the road. I'll do it, but keep up with your fucking car, man.
Yeah. Well, you could argue that a bad person wouldn't do that at all. At least you're willing to do it. I mean, you have the right to complain if you're at least helping.
I guess. I just, you know, I don't.
It's like that. Okay, so here's a good example of that. Ellie, can you bring me a beer, please?
It's just me. It's just what I like to say. I don't like to claim it's good.
I think that's humble. I think it's a humble approach. But yeah, I personally like. I don't think anyone has ever that I've talked to, and I would be honest with you, has ever said a bad word about you ever.
You can't tell us. People that we've spoken.
I'm just saying. I've never heard a fucking bad word from anyone.
Well, that's because you know, I try to do the right thing.
Yeah.
Within the moment.
Yeah.
But just personally, I don't know. I don't like to claim that good shit.
You had a good example.
What?
Yeah, he totally did say that.
Of what?
You were after his story, you were gonna say you had a good example.
What
I have
story?
a good example.
He doesn't even remember.
I was giving Danny some time.
He's got one. Let him go.
I was at a opening day yesterday for the Marlins, and we're talking about being a good person and a bad person, and like these people that I think they weren't from the U.S. And they come up to me and like, "Can you take a picture of us?"
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm like, I'm all right.
Nah.
I'm good.
Normally I would have done that, but my mood was like, the game was over. I just sat in a baseball park for 4 hours, and like I'm not getting anything out of this.
That's something I would do. Like, that's totally something I would
ask
do.
somebody else because I don't feel like it.
How did you like literally like how was it like?
All I did was.
Yeah, he kind of.
How was it?
I didn't use my voice. I just like.
You just gestured. Fuck off.
That's what I would do.
They weren't from the U.S., so I was like, I don't think they're gonna understand what I say. So I'm just gonna go.
Drinking that damn whiskey.
They weren't Hispanic.
They were, I think we're from Europe, somewhere in Europe.
Somewhere from Europe.
I always said it.
Wait, so they spoke English?
Can you take a picture of us? And I was like, I'm
Deutsch.
good, dude.
They were from Deutschland.
Damn, so you pretended that you didn't speak English to avoid it?
Yo no sé cámara.
But I knew that someone else was going to take their photo, so, you know, life goes on.
You know what, bro?
See, when I do it, I'd be like, you motherfucker.
See,
on the way to the
he's
car.
a bad person.
Oh, that's awful.
In my mind, I'd have been talking shit.
Dude, I'm telling you, I would do the same thing. I'd be like, thanks.
Like, if I was in a better mood, I had just sat in the ballpark for 4 hours. I was tired, ready to go home.
Yeah.
Right.
If I was like, you know,
That's little stuff.
I guess
though,
it
you know.
was
chipper.
I guess it was a human nature, kind of like my first instinct was, do I like this? Like, I sized them up. I'm like,
No, thank you. I'm like that when I go to malls and people try to stop me to sell me something off the kiosk.
Right.
I went to the mall with my coworkers and they're all like, "Oh my god, yeah, what is?" And I'm like,
Yeah, no, I don't like
"Get
that shit,
the
though.
fuck out of here!"
Some
I
of
can't
them are
even
very
believe
aggressive,
that.
where they're
Yeah.
like, they'll be like,
They'll follow
"Come on, let
you.
me- dog, your shoes are dirty. Let me clean them for you." Like, I got this new cleaner that work for you. I'm like,
That's Miami.
Oh, they clean your shoes? Damn.
Dude, they
oh yeah, there's guys
Like
that
some dirty ass boots at work.
They have like shoe
They can clean
cleaners,
them.
like shoe cleaners, like a
Yeah.
sunglass hut stand.
Okay.
Or
Oh,
like,
for shoe cleaners.
yeah, like one guy will have a shoe cleaner. Like he'll be like, "There's shoes." So I'm like, "Look, man, my shoes are not even that dirty, so I'm alright."
We got a shoe liquor.
Yeah.
What's up?
Have you heard of that? I don't know why you would have, but
Shoe liquor?
There's a guy in Tampa here that licks your.
I thought it was
hold on.
it's
girl.
a woman. It's a
No,
woman.
it's a guy.
No, it's a woman.
Oh man, I think I've had this discussion.
I think
That
it's
is
a
not-
woman.
That is not a woman.
I'm pretty sure it's
That's
a
a
woman.
very feminine.
There
name.
is a person
I think it's
in
a woman,
Ybor
dude.
City, which is like almost like I guess kind of like Wynwood. It's artsy.
It's like a
it's
small.
gentrified. Has it been
it's
gentrified?
getting there.
getting-
It's getting there.
Yeah.
It's like
But
a.
yeah, this person would just walk up to you and be like, "Hey, you have nice shoes. Can I see them?" And people would like bring up their feet or and then they would just literally
Lick the
their
bottom of
tongue,
your foot.
lick their shoe, and then just walk away. And there had been like multiple like.
I've had the
instances of this.
pleasure.
Yeah.
You know what?
happened to him.
I noticed something. He's got a type.
What is it?
He doesn't do it for everybody. He's got a particular like mindset for people. He's got a type that he likes to lick.
Their shoes.
What do you?
Yeah.
What's the type?
I guess you're the type.
Is
of guy.
You right there.
I've
bro.
seen the guy like 45 times. He's
'Cause
never
that
licked my
person-
shoe.
That
Handsome-
person has not asked me to lick my shoes either, bro. So
Handsome white
Yeah.
guys.
looking sharp over there.
Yeah,
Daniel.
I think it's a girl. I'm pretty sure it's a
It
girl.
looked like a woman to me, dude.
Yeah, she came up to Kenny and I'm just gonna say she because I thought it was a girl. If you're not a girl and you happen to be one of the
It's
75
sir.
subscribers, then my apologies. But
We're treading on thin ice.
we were for real. How about that? They
Sure.
gender
The
neutral.
individual.
the editorial we.
Yeah, the human, the Homo sapien. We were parked in like a CVS or something.
I don't remember it happening. I wasn't there.
I think we were in Ybor, and we were at like a CVS or some shit like that. And she just came up to us and was like, "Hey, can I lick your shoes?" And we were just like, "Okay, are you serious?" I thought she was joking, or they were joking. And they went down there and they fucking licked both of our shoes.
They did
And was
the
it a
deep-
full on lick? Like,
Yeah, it was literally a fucking like this. And I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "What is that? Is it like a sexual thing?" And they're like, "Yep, it's a sexual thing."
And then they just
Oh,
they
they
just-
said yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
and then they
Yeah.
just walked away, huh?
Yeah, I was like, why would you do that? Like, what the fuck is this? Because I knew who they were.
Yeah.
Because I actually remember seeing them at the market on 7th.
yeah, they used to hang there.
Yeah.
They dressed like norm. Like, do they dress?
Yeah, they didn't
You know
look.
how they used to? I can picture it because have you ever seen Kurt Cobain in the '90s, Nirvana, where you would have that sweater, that long sweater, and just kind of old school clothes?
Everything was like way too big.
Yeah, way too big with this with the oversized sweater. That was basically the look.
Yep.
I think that person is homeless, by the way.
You think so, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
That's an experience though to have someone lick your shoe. I've never had that happen to me.
Yeah, it was
And,
weird, dude.
that
We were
is,
really fucked up, too. I don't think I was driving, though.
Let's go with that.
Yeah.
Get off our back, okay?
You were not
I
driving.
wonder what would happen if you had said no.
Probably got murdered.
No.
Yeah.
No, they probably
No.
just would have walked
They would have
away.
been sad and cried.
Yeah, they may have cried.
They probably got
Stolen my shoe.
so many yeses
Many
from
shoe-
drunk people in Ybor. They wouldn't have thought about you though.
There's a lot of shoes in the sea.
Yeah, there's way
Yeah.
too. They probably just been like, okay, well,
Those are the
fuck
shoes
you.
out there.
Yeah.
yeah.
Kept it moving.
That was weird, but I felt honored, man. I'm not gonna lie. I think there's a Facebook page.
It'd been funny if you said no and they're like, hold on, I got something in the bag here for you. And then take that, motherfucker. I'm just trying to make you feel better.
Somehow they pull out like my shoe, like they just have my shoe.
Same
I'm
exact
like,
shit.
what the fuck? How did you do that?
Just hit you with a chancla on the way out.
and then throw it at me.
Well, I stole it anyways. Lick, and then it's like,
How did you do that? It was a magic trick.
holy shit, man! I'm not even mad.
Oh, yeah, I think I would be stunned.
Where'd you get that shoe from?
That's crazy, dude.
How'd you do that? But yeah, fuck, man, we just went on such. We just landed on that. But yeah, I think there's a fucking Facebook page for that person.
And do people write her like, hey, I remember when you licked my shoe?
Yeah, there's got to be thousands of memories.
Because they should.
It's a legendary person, man. That's our person.
Yeah.
Yo, can you imagine? Because I'm sure there's people from out of state who come directly to Tampa because they want to do Busch Gardens. They end up in Ybor because why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And then this person just
Nowhere else to
licks
go.
your shoe. And you're just like,
It's like, oh, it's been all over Busch Gardens?
yo,
Great.
what the fuck? Exactly. That's exactly what I was actually wanting right now. All over Busch
That
Gardens.
just adds to the fucking weirdness of Florida.
Florida man.
I looked it up, and there's a couple articles. Like I just looked up the weirdest state in the United States because I just wanted to see.
It was
and
Florida.
It's been both Florida and Alaska.
Yeah, because Alaska's like where people go to not be seen, so they can do what they want.
Yeah.
And Florida's where they go to be seen.
And
think
do
so,
whatever-
really?
And do whatever they want.
I think in Miami maybe.
We got a pretty big spot on us, I think.
Ybor exists, so that's it.
We are the dick of the United States, so of course it's gonna look at us.
We're
Yeah.
sticking out. We look weird.
Why do you
we
like
are
living here?
circumcised, though.
I was born here.
Yeah, so we're
The climate, I can't do cold weather. My eyebrows get all fucking dry and shit.
What?
I got eczema. So like the moment
So dry weather's
My
no
brother-
good.
my
the
brother does
moment
too.
it starts to get dry, like I get flaky eyebrows and like my face itches, my nose. I gotta get hydrocortisone and shit.
Shit.
I need to be a little bit sweaty to be comfortable.
You need to have some sort of moisture.
Yeah,
on you.
I need humidity.
Some moist.
You need you need to be a little bit.
I
wet.
need to be like a Duncan Hines cake, just a little bit moist,
But I like how you use
loaded
that
up with
reference.
sugar.
That's funny. Well, because technically we're all Floridians here, you know. I think Miami's a little different, but
Miami's tropical,
yeah, Miami is like.
salsa and shit. Boom, boom,
So actually,
boom,
this is a good. You're a good person to ask
good
this.
person,
do you find
I'm not.
do you find like that Miami is very different from the rest of Florida? Because I mean, you lived in Fort Myers, for example.
Yeah. I would
Yeah.
agree with that. It's just Miami, though.
My yayo.
Like you have a
Some
bunch of
mayo.
you
That's
have a
right.
bunch of municipalities outside of the city of Miami, like Miami Lakes, for example, like which is a suburb. You know,
It sounds like a suburb.
like trees. You know,
There's lakes.
There's lakes.
right? Like there's gated communities.
There's
you
a
know?
swamp too.
Well, it's on a swamp technically. All of it. Everglades.
Miami's all a swamp.
But yeah, no. The minute I got out of Miami and moved to Fort Myers, it was just like total culture shock. Like
Yeah.
the fact that people don't speak Spanish.
Ah.
I mean, it's like, you know, I'm not a huge Spanish speaker. Like,
Yeah,
I
me
can't
neither,
speak
yeah.
it perfectly.
Yeah.
There's words I stumble on,
Me
but
too.
there were people there like, oh, you speak Spanish? That's like, wow, that's insane.
Yeah, same
I'd be
here.
like, really?
See, the funny thing is, like, whenever we talk to people that are from here, you know, we try to explain that, and I just don't think that they understand. Like, I don't think they really get what I'm trying to say when I'm like, it was a culture shock. Like, it really was. Like, it was fucking weird, man.
Well, it's kind of more toned down here. I think you have to go somewhere for anything to be amped up.
Yeah.
Where I feel like Miami's kind of a lot of shit going on all at once.
Yeah.
It's almost like I would maybe say like it's the New York of Florida.
Yeah.
If there was a New York of Florida.
I would say
A
so.
lot of people feel the same way when I work with people that, because in the TV news business, it's like, it's almost like sports in a way where you'll say, oh, I want to go play for the Phillies because they're the best team right now, or I want to go play here because this is the better weather, et cetera, et cetera. So like some people will come from Minnesota to work in Miami, and they're like, oh my god,
What
Minnesota.
the fuck is happening
like
over
people
here?
will come from Alabama to Miami, and it's like,
Forrest
Hialeah?
Gump.
What's Hialeah?
They don't even know how to pronounce it. Don't play. They're
So
like, Hiya.
Hialeah.
What is that? Alea?
Hialeah.
Hialeah?
Isn't the H silent in Spanish?
It's Jalea.
Yeah, Jalea?
And you know, when you watch like a sports game, like you'll watch the Dolphins play Hard Rock Stadium, and you know, you'll have like the blimp shot of the aerials, like, oh look, Miami Garden, like no, South Beach is not Miami Gardens. Like they'll take the plane to South Beach. It's like Miami Gardens is not South Beach.
Like, wait. So from where that stadium is to South Beach, how far is that?
It's pretty far, like 30 minutes.
18 miles.
Yeah.
So they're taking shots of the beach and claiming that they're there at the beach.
Like if you remember
it's hysterical
when
to see that.
LeBron said, "Oh, I'm taking my towns to South Beach." That famous line.
Right. Yeah. He's not. He
it's
wasn't.
like, well, it's downtown Miami, not South Beach. So it's like there's a lot of perceptions of Miami that people are like,
Yeah.
I thought it was.
They think it's all beach.
Right.
Yeah.
The middle's beach.
But
Yeah, just that fucking
there's
strip.
a lot of bad neighborhoods, like, and there's great neighborhoods.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of like upscale neighborhoods, but.
Just like any
You
city,
have to-
bro.
yeah,
a lot of
no,
slums.
You
a
have
lot
to
of,
know where to roll. Just like
Yeah.
here, dude, like Nebraska, like, what is that, like 3 lights down, 4 lights down?
Yeah.
tough
you don't,
street.
You don't roll down Nebraska if you're not.
Now,
you
Nebraska is just a street, or is it a neighborhood? Or
It's a street.
It's a street.
It's a
This is-
concept.
It's an idea.
It's a lifestyle. Yeah, we had a.
So this is Seminole Heights.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. Well, yeah. Someone
Yeah.
else.
And
Yeah.
is Nebraska part of Seminole Heights, or is it outside?
It goes into North Tampa, I believe.
It
and-
goes north and south.
Yeah, it goes north
Yeah.
and south.
What is
So-
the nicest neighborhood? Well, Davis Island.
South.
Davis.
Yeah,
well,
Davis Island,
You
Yeah.
can't get there. There's a gate.
Soho.
They'll stop you, dude. They'll
If
be
you
like,
get
"Why are
there,
you
there's a
here?"
gate. I've been to one of those once. I sold somebody some audio gear.
Equipment.
Yeah, and it was odd. Yeah, it's gonna sound creepy, this story, but I
You ended up killing him.
no, I went there, and he wanted to learn how to make like his guitar. Like if he played his guitar through it, he could make like, this sound go through the program.
Okay.
I used to know how to do it with Reason. So I was like, okay, so you sample this, you play your guitar, and now you're gonna be playing that sound.
Oh.
Whatever sound of his voice or whatever sound he wanted. But the dude had a whole fridge full of fucking different beers, like an entire fridge full of different
Oh my
beers.
god.
Big giant fucking house in one of these gated communities, and he just kept giving me different beer. And he's like, "You want to smoke some pot?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I want to smoke some pot."
Yeah.
This is back in the day, and we smoked. And then he's like, "I'm gonna play some Hendrix through the fucking sound system." I'm like, "What sound system?" He's like, "I got it wired through the entire house." So he's like playing Hendrix and handing me beers and shit. I had a good old time.
Damn.
It's freaking crazy.
So
That does
why
not
is it
sound
creepy?
Yeah, it does not.
I
sound
don't know.
creepy.
Last time I told the story to somebody, they're like, "And then?"
Oh.
I do see that. Yeah, and then he murdered you, right? Yeah,
Or
yeah,
He
Yeah.
tried to
have
offer me a
sex.
job actually because he
here we
sold.
go.
yeah.
Blowjob.
He's like, "Man, I know this place where you can get $1,000 an hour planting tulips." I'm like, "Planting tulips? Planting tulips on this dick?" No, he didn't say that.
You fucking got me, bro. I was like, what? I was like, for real? Like, where is this fucking job?
Daniel was like, "I love tulips."
I love tulips, and I'll plant them anywhere.
Oh my god, you fucking got me, dude. I was like, seriously, like, damn, that sounds like a dope fucking job.
Dad was about to quit his day job.
I
and go
was like,
plant tulips.
I was literally thinking,
He was
like,
about to call his boss. He's like, "Hold up."
Yo, for
yo,
real?
you heard about this tulips job?
No, he sold health insurance. He had like his own company selling health insurance, and I guess the way I spoke, he was impressed by like, I don't know, the way I carried myself. I was in my 20s, so he didn't know I was a fucking huge piece of shit. But, he's like, "Yeah, if you want, man, I could throw you some leads." He's like, "I got people underneath me that do this, but they have to pay for the leads. They're like warm leads, I guess, not just cold calling." And I was like, I just got out of sales. I tried to do selling cars. I was not very good at it. So I turned them down. I was like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I'd rather just do work and get paid to do work. I prefer physical labor. It's me.
That's me too, man. Not gonna lie. I'm the same way.
You get tired of it throughout the day, but you come back refreshed and you know you've done something. You can look back and see that you've accomplished something,
Yeah.
I get drained, well, meeting new people and like dealing with strangers and stuff like that. Like that shit drains me mentally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, when I worked at Target, like that was fucking rough, man.
Yeah, so it's easier not to deal with anyone, do something physical, and then go home.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do work.
I feel that.
Yeah.
But it's hard on your body.
Yeah, the job that I have, like, I spend pretty much all day listening to podcasts, and I'm on my own, and I'm not really doing anything too labor intensive, so it's like kind of like a perfect medium. But yeah, it's It's actually kind of nice, and I hope they never listen to this podcast.
Because you're like, what the fuck is he doing?
Yeah,
man?
I'm sure. Yeah, I don't know.
You're gonna get a sheet where it tells you what to do, and you're gonna be like planting tulips.
They're like, we fucking listen to it.
You know, what's funny is that we actually do that. We actually plant tulips? Not tulips, but we plant fucking.
What's his name?
Gary. We do plant beneficial plants in like lakes and ponds and shit. So.
Oh, you guys bring back the ecosystem? Is that one of the things that you do?
So that's one of the things that we do, but we also control like
invasive species. Yeah, my buddy Benny
like
used to do that in Lakeland at Circle B. He used to run an entire, I don't know what they call it, a preserve.
Mm-hmm.
But he was also like deep into fucking doing like hardcore shit,
drugs.
So, yeah, a bunch of stuff.
Really?
Stuff. Yeah, and he actually had a girlfriend, and I guess she told their boss after they broke up what he was doing, and he lost his job, and that was his dream job, man. I felt bad for him.
Damn, that does suck, dude.
Because he did good for the job, he just was doing stupid shit,
Then who cares? Who fucking cares? If you're
coming
showing up to work,
it's a city job, and he was living on city property. That's the only thing.
What was he coming to work?
Yeah, he was doing
driving
great.
Their truck and shit like that. He might have.
Yeah, he was.
It's not cool either, though.
Yeah. I guess if you're
gonna do a clean break, whatever, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But it's like if I'm the owner of that truck and I'm supposed to look after it, and you're coming
insurance,
stupid like
if you're
that.
doing stupid shit like at work, yeah, it's.
But
fucked
Davis
up.
Island and Soho, South Tampa is beautiful.
Nice, you got right back to it.
It's very
What about,
nice.
Damn, you're
Tampa?
smart, boy. I couldn't do it. So you brought
What
it
about
back.
New Tampa?
New Tampa's further north, no?
Yeah, it's that way. It is north.
That and that area is nice too. Carrollwood,
And,
like
it's
Lutz?
just-
Lutz.
It's
further
same
north,
area.
too. Yeah.
That's kind of just shopping plazas. It's
Yeah.
kind of a lot of subdivisions.
It's almost like saying like Hollywood,
It is nicer.
Pembroke
Yeah,
and
it's
all
okay.
that stuff. Like you start getting away from what Tampa, because this is Tampa. You got downtown like
Yeah, this
10
is we're
minutes
in
away.
the middle of Tampa.
What would
Yeah.
you compare this Seminole Heights to in Miami? Like what neighborhood? Like
Wynwood.
Wynwood.
Like a normal
I
neighborhood.
think it's nicer than Wynwood because Wynwood has some bad places.
Well,
Yeah,
they
but-
used to be bad, right?
Right,
Seminole
right.
Heights.
No,
you would know more than me.
I live in Plant City, bro.
Yeah.
I only come here to do work and hang out with some people.
Yeah. I don't know. I think
Y'all
there
are
was.
some people.
Well, I mean, it's only one person, but there was that
Uh,
serial killer that
Yeah.
was from here.
Dude, what was that like? Did you?
No, we weren't here at the time.
We were actually living
West.
20 minutes.
That wasn't too long ago.
Yeah, that
It
wasn't that
wasn't.
long ago.
I actually had
that was
a.
crazy.
I had a
It's
friend
right
of
down
mine. She came in from Miami, and I drove her around, and we went to Coppertail, and all those, and we drove by the McDonald's where that guy got arrested at.
Yeah.
I was like,
The one on 7th, right?
When,
Yeah.
Or
when
no,
Danny,
not 7th, rather Central.
When Danny gave me the first gave me the address of where this place was, I was like, let me type it in. And when you put it on Google Maps, it's like you have your blue dot where you are, and it's like you see the animation of zooms, Seminole Heights. So it's like,
There's a
why
fucking
is
killer
that
here.
familiar? Oh yeah, that's where a serial killer was. I'm like,
you heard
Yeah.
about that in Miami too?
Yeah, of course. A serial killer.
Yeah, he's a
that
serial
makes
killer,
sense.
man.
In the same state.
At
right?
large?
Yeah,
For like a fucking
for a couple
months?
for like a week
I mean,
or something.
yeah, look what
right?
Ted Bundy
longer
did,
than that. It's a
right?
couple
That guy
months.
went around.
Dude, that's so fucked up, man. That
What,
was so
Ted
fucked.
Bundy?
Ted
Bundy?
Well, yeah, that too. But like this guy, man, like that was so shitty.
Yeah, and it must have been crazy though because they had no way of figuring it out. It was really random. Like
Yeah,
he was
he
just
fucked
murdering
up.
people.
He
He was just
fucked up.
murdering people.
they found his gun at a McDonald's, right?
So
Yeah,
he,
something like that, yeah.
He told I think it was like a
coworker.
coworker if they could hold on to his gun or some shit while he like left the country, or not left the country, but like left the area or whatever. And they were like, "That's weird."
Here's an example of a bad person. I would have been like, sure.
You wouldn't have thought
No,
anything.
If he's leaving, I'm gonna keep that motherfucker.
Yeah, I get that though because I could sell this.
Yeah, but then you could also like, I don't know, man, because you could
I
also
think it's the heat of the moment. Like, do you know this person?
If I know
Is
him,
this
know him,
person
I'd be like,
sketchy?
yeah, but dude, if he was weird, you know
if
what
you
I'm saying?
needed me to hold your pistol, I'd be like, oh
Yeah, but you know me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's like you wouldn't think that I would murder someone, but I think apparently he was like a weird guy and like
yeah, because he had like it was like mental issues and everything. Like
Yeah.
everyone agreed to the fact that he was weird.
yeah, like he was creepy. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
And like
yeah.
if someone like that is asking you to hold a gun, you're like, this probably
yeah.
the
If I don't
guy.
like him, I'm like, nah.
Yeah. If I don't like him, I call the cops.
Yeah.
Like even if he didn't murder anybody.
Just because he was a dick, I'd call the cops.
I'd be like, what kind of gun is it first?
Wow, it's a little pissing bitch. Like, no, I'm not holding that.
You got a 22. Get out of here.
He asked me to buy him lunch the other day. I'm calling the cops.
True story. There was a guy at work that I used to know. He had like a real raspy voice. He'd be like, hey, he was a weird raspy voice. Hey, he's like, hey, I need to get some lunch, man. You let me borrow some money? I'm like, how much you need, bro? He's like, $50. I'm like, what the fuck? All the time. He needed $50. $50 all the damn time.
Yeah.
For lunch?
That's not for lunch, bitch. I'll buy your lunch right now.
He was.
I'll go to Wendy's and buy your lunch for $4
Yeah.
right now.
Like, where are you going to eat lunch, bro?
He was buying drugs.
What a fucking idiot. $50.
Bro, go 10 and go buy a dime of weed, dude.
I asked him, I was like, what are you doing with that? He's like, oh man, he's like, between me and you, I know some real good shit around here, like real close. He's like, I was like, well, as long as you pay me back, son, I don't give a fuck. At the time, I didn't care, you know.
What was he doing? You think it was like coke or something?
No, meth. He was doing meth.
Oh, fuck, man.
Oh,
Jesus.
man. You can get a lot of meth.
Did he pay you back?
$50.
Yeah, he paid me back.
Oh,
he
for
worked
real?
there. He worked, you know, we both made good money. I was making like $500 a week, and I was only like 19, something like that.
Shit.
I was a kid. You know?
Fuck, dude. That's so he actually paid you back.
He paid me back, yeah.
Wow.
He was just, you know, the
He's a
check
good guy.
didn't come in yet. He was a little
He
behind.
was a good guy.
I needed some dope.
I mean, look, like, I'm not going to sit here and say that someone that likes meth is a bad person.
Yeah,
He just
I agree
likes
with
meth.
that.
Yeah, he just likes to
He
do
just
meth.
likes meth, bro.
You can be a good person and do meth. Hey, we condone smoking meth. No, we don't.
Oh, man.
Unless it makes you a good person.
Yeah, if you're a dick and then you smoke meth, then you're a good person.
Well, it's like the same thing as Adderall. They say it's the same thing.
True.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
Like-
what it is people that are hyperactive, it calms them down. That's
Yeah.
what Adderall does.
I wonder
Literally,
if it'll
isn't
make me
like the
calm.
chemical
It's just, yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
it's
very
the same-
similar.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like one
thing? Yeah.
chromosome off of being meth, which is they just keep making different forms of it, which is all the different bath salts. So when they make this bath salt illegal, they'll just change one chromosome,
And now it's not illegal.
and now it's not illegal for the
Right.
next few months or whatever, and they can make as much money as they want on it.
Wait, bath salt for like the drug the bath salt
salt's
drug?
basically the same thing as meth and Adderall and shit like that. It's some sort of stimulant that's based off of the same chemical fucking
That's
makeup.
interesting though, because they're probably prescribing it like it should work the same on everyone, and it probably doesn't.
Doesn't, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
like
when
Adderall should probably have like a lot of different.
Well, that's the argument with any prescribed
Exactly.
drug, dude.
It's
Like,
all
it affects
guesstimation.
people differently, you know.
Yeah.
There's some
Yeah.
people that don't feel anything when they take like a
I think
Vicodin or
Adderall is
something.
like kind of more serious though, because it's supposed to be doing something like so specific, like making you kind of
focus.
focused and kind of like hear that if it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. We have to figure out what does. But that's your only issue.
Yeah.
And then they start going into other things that's like
There's
that's
a
how
lot
they
of
fuck up people, you know.
There's a lot of people that take the Adderall.
Yeah.
A lot
Yeah.
more than you would think.
Have you taken it before?
Professionals take
No.
Adderall.
You haven't taken it?
Ask your coworkers. No, you don't have to come back and tell us, but ask your coworkers if you see
know.
what people say, because
I know.
in
Professionals, I've heard of
a lot of
professionals.
people take it, and
Yeah.
a lot of people, become addicted to that. It's very addictive, and it's also not prescribed properly to
No,
kids.
yeah.
No.
Kids, yeah, it's hard.
It
Yeah.
sucks.
It's a hyperactive 6-year-old. Yeah, he's
It's normal.
It's a fucking 6-year-old. I don't know.
I used
Like,
to cut the roses out of my mom's garden and hand them to her because I wanted her to have roses. And she'd be like, "You motherfucker, don't do that shit again." And she beat my ass. I'd do it again. I hear roses. I was a bad kid.
That's a weird. That's a weird thing to get like in trouble for. Because she wanted to keep them.
Because they're roses. They're nice roses. I'm handing her fucking dead roses.
Yeah, I guess that's. I guess that makes sense to be upset about. But okay, so I fuck.
Go to the next topic now.
Yeah, where were we? We were talking.
Well,
No,
we
but
were
don't worry
talking
about-
about the guy who paid him back for.
Man,
Yeah, but even before
Tulips.
that,
No,
before that,
tulips on this dick.
damn, we went off on a tangent, bro.
No, we didn't.
Yeah,
It's
We were
normal,
talking
it's a
about
podcast.
meth dude paying him back.
Before that,
yeah,
I
but
think
before that though, what were we talking about?
the
Seminole Heights.
So I-
Oh yeah, so you were asking about. Okay, so so I actually don't know what would be comparable because the thing about Seminole Heights
Because Wynwood, nah. I don't think Wynwood.
Maybe
I
if-
don't think this is as popping as Wynwood. Like it's starting to get there, but like
Seminole Heights is growing. I see stuff.
it's
Yeah.
I see stuff
it's
online.
growing, and you have like was that Florida?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Florida's got like nice restaurants and things like that, but like
venues.
There's a shady looking bar over there I might hit up later.
Hole in the Wall? Yeah, I think it's a biker bar.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, you fit that definitely.
Just tell them, hey, like I can pinstripe your bike.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Yeah.
I'm oddly enough comfortable anywhere if I'm drinking.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I guess I'd probably be too. But there was that place that we went to after the what was it? Tattoo You Tattoo the when we saw Samurai Shotgun.
The bar
that we went to. Yeah, we just like walked in there and there wasn't really that many people. There was a couple guys, but they were just I don't know. I felt like they were just like, what the fuck are you doing in here?
Nah, dude, that's just probably a dude thing.
That was just me. Sorry.
That was just a dude
Sometimes
thing.
you feel it. Sometimes you do feel that. I have been people try to fight me and shit outside of bars.
Really?
But I'm like, nah, I'm not doing all that.
But like what, they say some shit?
Okay, so me and my buddy, again, Benny. I used to hang out with Benny a lot. Benny had this big old mohawk. He was like a punk rocker. Like the most punk-looking punk kid that you would ever see. But he was actually crazy as shit. So me and Benny go into this bar. I have always dressed the exact same way. T-shirt, shorts. I may or may not have hair. I don't know. Yeah, sometimes I have hair, sometimes I don't. So we're drinking at this bar in Plant City, and we start playing Sublime because we're Sublime fans. And, I guess the guys didn't much care for that. So we step outside, and we're just hanging out outside the bar, and these two big, Southern dudes.
White guys?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They come up to us. They're like, what's up? And we're like, I don't know. I'm just hanging out, And they're like, you guys want to buy some pot? And we're like, no, we don't need none. We got some. And then they got to talking, and I guess they didn't like that we didn't want to buy none. And they said, we're going to beat your buddy's ass here because he looks like a faggot.
Oh, that's nice.
And Benny was like, you're not going to beat my ass. He kept saying that shit.
You're not talking about me.
Benny's like, yeah, beat my ass. So, and then I sat there, and I'm like, what? I was, what? I didn't understand,
It was like weird that they
they were just looking for a fight, the guys. So, and then the guy gets in my face. He's like, why don't you go back to where you come from? And I was like, oh shit, okay.
So we're in this, huh?
Yeah, it's here now, huh? So me and Benny, we spend the next 10 minutes just holding each other back because the guys keep throwing these insults at each other, and we're like, you know what? Let's just go back inside. You know what I mean? There's no reason to even be out here. So we went back inside because Benny been in and out of jail a few times. I'm not trying to go to jail once.
Yeah.
So we went back inside. But yeah, shit like that's happened.
That's a good call, man, because that's
no reason.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, no reason.
And someone in Miami would have just punched those people in the face.
I mean,
it's very tempting to just punch them.
Yeah, and that's what they want. And they're probably cool with going to jail. I'm not fucking cool with going to jail. I don't want to go to jail.
That's exactly what it is. They probably have nothing to lose.
Yeah, it's just some folks just want to get in fights.
It's smarter to just fucking.
I'm pretty good about that stuff.
Yeah,
I don't like physical altercations.
Yeah, stepping away from that. That's definitely smarter. I mean, ultimately, it's like, what's the best case scenario, right? The best case scenario is still pretty shitty. You know what I'm saying?
You hurt somebody.
Compared to like the worst case scenario.
The cops show up.
Well,
you get in trouble.
You get in trouble anyways.
You're the one that's you're the ones getting arrested like that. Have you seen that video of that guy fucking kicking that old lady on the subway?
No.
Oh, it's pretty fucked up, man. He fucking like.
Was she saying some racist shit?
I don't know. But still, it's like a 78-year-old apparently to a 36-year-old. Like, fucking A, dude. And it's a woman.
Some people are just physically ready to fight.
Yeah.
And they're, I heard, it might have been again on the Rogan podcast or whatever, but I guess there's certain people that were, good at the physical shit back in the day, and you needed those people.
Yeah.
To go
and
hunt fucking lions.
Them,
hunt lions and kill shit. And those were the crazy motherfuckers that would, at a drop, kill something. And you needed those for your tribe. Now they're still around.
You don't need them anymore.
We don't need them.
They're still around, and we don't need them. But they're still around.
You could argue that you need them maybe like for the army or like
something
like that.
For the army.
Not necessarily like with civilians. You know.
Yeah, every day.
But they're in the mix. They're in the mix.
Yeah, there's definitely. Yeah, we still.
Remember that one time we went to the Benz and that guy freaked out?
Mm-hmm. That was weird.
Yeah, it was probably drugs.
You have to say the story now.
Yeah.
So we were.
Yeah, you can't just bring that up.
All right, show stories. Let's do this.
Let's start off.
I got show stories.
This is a good one. This is a good one.
You probably have a shitload, Freddie.
What is the Benz?
The Benz is a venue.
The Benz is something.
There's a show tomorrow night at the Benz.
Didn't we take him to the Benz?
I don't know.
Didn't we take him to the Benz?
No, we didn't take. We took him to Green Bench.
That's what it was. Okay.
And
same
tacos.
Yeah.
Listen, if y'all want to go to the Benz tomorrow, let me know. I'll go with y'all. or I'll ride up there.
We might be in Orlando.
Okay,
maybe.
Yeah. Not for sure.
Damn, no, Dottie, not maybe. I'm there, dude. Anyways,
Jordan's performing tonight at the Benz. Actually,
is it tonight?
Yeah,
I thought it was tomorrow.
Oh, is it tomorrow?
Is that what you were saying?
Yeah.
Now let's ride right now. Let's go. All right, bye guys. No,
so it's tomorrow. Okay.
So we're at this venue near where we were. And this venue is rather small. It's literally just a square room. It's bigger than this, but it's literally the same shape.
Kind of a dope venue, actually.
Yeah.
And we're there, and this band Boy Toy is playing. That's what they're called, Boy Toy. They're playing. And,
shout out, they're fucking dope. By the way.
Yeah, they're freaking awesome. And they're playing, and this guy's there, and at first he seems cool, like he's just hanging out, having beers. The band starts, and maybe 3 or 4 songs in, this guy starts raging. Like he starts knocking into people
in the crowd.
And I'm saying that this room is maybe a little bit bigger than this.
Yeah,
like it's not that much bigger than this. And he is, I'm full elbow, like he is going, and then he ends up knocking into a girl. I'm guessing the dude that reacted is her boyfriend or something. Dude, 4 guys jump on him like that.
Yeah, they tackle him.
They tackle him. They just punch him. They all take just bah, bah, bah. And literally one guy just throws him over his shoulder. They take him out the back door, and they just, I'm guessing, just throw him out.
Yeah, threw him outside.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. Dude, I'm not gonna
lie. We got on something like this. They have these weird benches against the wall, so you can stand on them to look over. But we still had tables and everything in front of us. He literally knocked a table all the way
into
towards us.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, oh shit. And then that's when the 4 guys were like, fuck this.
Yeah, we ain't having it. It's too small of a room.
Yeah,
because he's gonna fucking hurt people.
Yeah, and that music was not at all for that. It was fucking chill, fucking stoner rock. This guy's fucking trying to mosh and shit.
Shoegazing, dude.
It was shoe. Well, I would say it was Beatles meets Tame Impala.
There was no way that you should be throwing elbows.
I saw D Alps there.
Who?
D Alps. Die Alps.
Someone was just talking about them.
They're fucking dope. They're super good. You should check them out.
Who was just telling me about them?
And I saw them in that tiny room, and they sounded way heavier than normal because they got real gear. They got good gear. And their shit's loud as fuck. You can't help it. With good gear, it just gets loud. But it sounded really good in there.
What kind of music was it?
It's almost like y'all's music.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of experimental rock.
Huh.
But in its own right, because it's different. I mean, it's always different. You know?
Yeah. I think Ray was telling us about them.
They've been around for years, bro. She's the lead singer's German, I think. I do believe it's.
Wait, they're a local band, or
they're local to St. They've been around for years, bro. Maybe Tampa, maybe St. Pete.
Fuck. Yeah, I haven't heard them. I haven't even heard of them.
So I'm gonna. It's called Die Alps, but it's pronounced D Alps because the Alps or whatever, German.
Mm-hmm. So it's DIE Alps.
Yep, Alps.
I'm gonna look them up.
What show stories do you have?
All right, so I'm gonna tell you my very first show ever as a sound engineer. Fucking Pegasus Lounge. 2010, December 2010. I actually still have the poster for it. I kept it.
Oh.
It was room full of strangers. It was a punk show. Room full of strangers. Doll parts. Some dude named Fish Flaps. He was doing a Freddie Mercury cover. He had a leotard and shit. Mustache. Real skinny kid. And some other band. I don't remember the other band, but I don't think they were on the poster. So... I've never run sound ever in my entire life. It's my first time doing it by myself. Nathan showed me what he could, and I'm sitting there getting ready. I do sound check, and the lead singer never shows up for sound check. So I thought, this is abnormal. I don't know. My first show. So this kid, blonde kid, just regular ass looking blonde kid, shows up. He grabs the mic. He's like, all right. And they start. Whatever, punk fucking... I don't even remember the music because the shit blew my mind in the end. So he fucking... Very first song, he jumps into the crowd and thrashes the first few fucking rows of tables. Just... Hurrah! And he hits some kid with a chair. The kid grabs the chair, throws it at him.
Oh my God.
Right? And the lead singer stops and he pulls the fucking mic down and he starts punching the kid. Bum, bum, bum. Grabs the mic and keeps on with the song. And the kid walks out holding his head or something. And I thought, fuck, this is what sound engineering is? This is what it's going to be like every time? God. I'm so scared now. I don't know what to do. And Julie, the owner of the Pegasus Lounge, would put a lot of weight on your shoulders. She's like, why aren't you doing anything? You should control the situation. I was like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, you're a fucking sound guy.
I'm a sound guy. Well,
I'm not supposed to be controlling the
I've
situation.
learned over the years that sound guy is more than just that.
Really?
It's way more than just that.
How so?
You gotta make. I mean, you're kind of running the whole shit. Who else is running it? There's no stage manager at any fucking venue, you know. So you're controlling the stage. You're controlling the people. You're controlling fucking the lights, usually the fucking monitors, which is usually somebody else. The fucking front of house, which is usually somebody else. You know, you're normally controlling the timing of the bands.
Yeah.
You're generally controlling damn near everything with the show.
How would you have reacted now?
Now?
Yeah.
I'd have turned the fucking shit off and made them leave. That's it. You're gone.
Like the whole band?
Next band, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
Yeah.
Now, you know.
Yeah.
But I didn't know what to do. So he kept on going. The band kept playing. And after the song, he's like, I'm sorry, that's not going to happen again. Sorry. So... Was it like a packed crowd or no? Yeah, it was a decent little crowd because it was a pretty good show. Room Full of Strangers was fairly well known. They were a good band. So was Doll Parts. They're still around, I think. So he kept doing his thing, and about halfway through, he gets amped up again, and with the microphone, he fucking slams it onto a table, and it breaks in half, and it drops. So he goes to the next one. He grabs another one. He just, people just go for whatever works. And he just kept going, and I was like, there goes a fucking mic. And Julie's like, what are you going to do? She's like, all up my ass. She's like, I don't fucking know what to do. How do you fucking keep mics in this situation?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Now you would charge them, right, for that mic.
Yeah, I would have. You know what we did in the end? We kept the whatever, $40. It was a cheap mic.
Oh, okay.
$40 out of the door. And the dude that was running the show was very apologetic. A lot of the punk rock guys normally, person to person, are very calm, cool, collective people. Yeah,
they just fucking freak out on stage.
When they get on stage, it's fucking, they're animals.
Yeah. So the guy that broke it apologized?
No, that dude left. He just fucking left. Just like he showed up. I never saw him again. He just walked out.
Oh my God.
Did his thing and left. And
Were they good?
I don't even know, dude. I was fucking... My mind was blown from the beginning.
That guy just punched that guy in the face.
It was my first show. I was nervous to begin with.
Wait,
of course.
What was your name?
The name of that band? I don't remember the name of that band. They weren't on the flyer, so I don't have the...
That was the opening band?
The opening band.
Oh my God. That's fucking... What if it was like a ghost band?
I don't know, man. I'll always remember that blonde kid.
That's so weird, dude. I don't even remember. I think... I actually do remember one of our first shows. Our first show was out before Ellie even joined the band. I'd just recently broken my...
New Converse?
No.
Probably.
No, I broke... I had surgery on my toe, on my left foot.
Oh, shit.
Because I had a bunion from playing sports.
You had a bunion? I've only heard about those.
Yeah.
I don't know what they are.
You can see the scar if you want to look at it. It's fucking gross. But
no one wants to see that.
But yeah, so my first show was at a bar called Cheers, and it was like the showcase thing that they were doing. Like it was kind of like a battle of bands type of thing.
Yeah.
And it was me. It was myself, Kenny, another friend of ours that started the band with us, and Kenny's sister. And Kenny's sister was playing bass, and the rest of us were just rotating instruments. Like we were each playing drums at one point, playing guitar at one point, and singing at one point or whatever. And I had a fucking cast around my left foot, so I was sitting down playing guitar, and I couldn't fucking figure out like the amp and shit. So like the volume wasn't loud at all, and it was like literally terrible.
'Cause you weren't using your amp.
No, I was using...
That's hard when you're nervous and you got somebody else's amp.
And it was the first show we ever played.
And there's like channel buttons.
Yeah,
and
that's
there's
what it was.
two master
That's
volumes
what it
and
was.
two gains.
Yes, that's what it was.
You're like, hold on, if I push this, but what the fuck?
I didn't know. I didn't know. Like I'd never seen that before. I had a fucking line 6. Which is like the easiest thing. Yeah.
Volume.
Yeah, just volume and effects.
Fucking whatever amp you want, British, whatever.
Yep. So I was like super unfamiliar. I was just like, I don't know what the fuck to do. So yeah, the volume was just like really low, and I didn't figure it out till like the last song.
Before the market closed, there was a situation where we had a ska night. Like it was one of the last few shows. Full-blown ska bands, very tiny stage because at this point the owner cut the stage in half.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
So we're having a decent night, It wasn't as packed as I wanted, which just happens, And then all of a sudden I see this guy try to stand up. Something happened. People were like, uproar, right? I'm seeing people, and that usually means something's wrong with the sound. You have to kind of gauge the audience is reactions. If they're all having a good time, everything's fine. If you see people looking around, and I saw Frederico, the pizza guy, fucking run out of the front door. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? He fucking sprinted. I said, what the fuck happened? So I see this guy stand up and fall over. Immediately fall over. And I thought, man, he's fucking drunk. And then we're talking to the bands. I don't know what's going on. And I look down, and that dude's leg is broken in half. Broken in half. Yep.
How?
So what happened was somebody, for some reason, in the crowd, was talking to this guy. This guy had his leg like somehow in the stool, like halfway in the stool, halfway out, and he punched. And the dude's older. The dude was like in his 50s or 60s, like all gray, long hair, gray beard. And I've seen him at a lot of shows before. You probably would recognize him if you saw him. But somebody punched him in the face and then walked off. And when he got hit, he fell through the stool and broke his leg. And he was so dazed from the punch that he tried to stand back up with his, like, if this is the knee and this is the other part, that part was broken in half. He tried to stand back up, dazed, and he would just fall over. I think he did it like twice.
Shit.
And people were like, just hold off. I guess Frederico saw it, and the moment that dude ran off, Frederico went into soccer mode because he plays soccer.
To catch him.
Went to go find him, but he weaved through the crowd. You know, Ybor, a lot of people. It was like 2 a.m. It was towards the end, and he never caught him. And I guess that dude just broke his leg and some sort of something.
Why would he do that? Why would he punch him?
He was probably just talking shit. Like they were probably just talking shit to each other.
I think what it was the dude thought he was somebody else from a previous thing. He looked like somebody else, I guess, because he didn't know who he was. I talked to him way later. I saw him in St. Pete once. I was like, dude, I remember you got hit. He's like, yeah, that guy thought I was somebody else.
Is that what it was? That's crazy, dude.
And he hit him. He's a very particular looking guy, too. I know.
That's why I was like, dude, it's probably just talking shit.
So when you saw him again, was he okay?
Oh, he's fine. He's like, yeah, no big deal. He's like, just a weird shit that happened.
The leg broke, man.
His leg broke, but his leg healed. I guess it was a clean break. You know?
So it didn't pop through the skin?
Oh, yeah, it did it that night, yeah. It was out, bro. You could see it.
Oh, that's so gnarly.
Yeah, and it ended our show.
I bet you had to clear out.
Could
you imagine that? I can't imagine that. You saw it. I couldn't imagine that. I could not fucking imagine that, dude.
Towards the end, man. That was an omen, you know.
You guys cleared out, right? You had to get people out of there.
Yeah, well, it was kind of empty to begin with. So.
That wasn't that hard.
3 bands. It's like Jeff and Amy, you gotta go. Fuck it, you could stay.
You're always whatever. Just go have your beer over there.
How's your pizza?
Oh gosh, that's so funny, dude.
That's crazy, dude. Holy hell.
I can't wait to I hope that it happens sometime in the future, but I can't wait to play just like a fucking super duper packed place, man.
I was gonna say
try to get on Janice. Janice is always
yeah, but I don't see them having.
You never know.
Yeah,
you never know with that place.
You're assuming.
Yeah. Don't make an ass out of me.
That's true, but. Yeah, that would be cool. We played in Atlanta recently with Samurai Shotgun, and that was pretty fucking great.
They're still doing a lot of stuff, huh?
Oh yeah, they're hitting it, bro. They're hitting it hard for sure. I'm not gonna say anything. I love those guys. I'm not a huge fan of their music. Oh, okay.
But it's just not my style.
That's fine. Yeah, you can say that.
I thought you were gonna say something like way worse.
Yeah.
No.
I thought you were gonna say.
I feel bad to say it because I'm not a huge fan. Yeah. Like even Bangarang, I'm not a huge fan of Bangarang's music. I like the guys.
There shouldn't be there shouldn't be anything no one should. If you said to us, even if you told me, oh, I don't really care for your music, I would still fucking hang out with you. I'd still talk to you. You're a fucking nice guy. I don't really care about that.
Well, let's be real here. I like.
Let's be real. You guys are terrible. No, I mean I don't care, dude. It's funny because my family, when I go to show them stuff, I know a lot of them don't like it. I know that for a fact because it's just they're not into that style of shit. It's funny for them to pretend to like it, you know, and I'm just you don't have to. I'm just you don't have to pretend. You can just say you don't like it. I get it. You're not gonna hurt my feelings, you know.
But they are gonna hurt your feelings.
No, they're not. I swear to God, I really don't care, dude. I know our music is fucking different and it's weird and it's not necessarily the most mainstream shit, so people are not gonna like it. You have to understand that.
I walk around with that mentality, so I don't show people our music, which is obviously bad, but I'm just being honest. I'm like, now that I think about it, I'm like, you know, coworkers of mine, like just people that I deal with day to day are like, you play drums? And I'm like, yeah.
What you should do is just leave mixtapes everywhere, because you never know who might be like, damn, that was badass, you know?
Yeah.
Because I bought the Jordan Esker little EP, which I think I spoke to you guys about one of the songs last time I was here, and just to be helpful, you know. And I didn't have enough money to buy the album, so I bought the EP. It was like $6. I spent the rest on beer.
Right, no, that makes sense, man. I would have done the same.
Buddy.
Yeah, I'm definitely doing the same.
Buddy.
No,
Has House of I ever put out a physical CD or?
Yeah. We got stuff on Spotify, on iTunes, on Amazon.
You gotta get him a CD so you can listen to it.
Yeah. Do you want a CD, dude?
Sure.
I would like a CD actually.
I'll give you a CD.
All right, but I bought the little thing, and there's track 1 and track 4. I fucking love them songs.
On our album?
On
Jordan's.
I don't have any of your physical CDs.
Oh shit!
Because I don't have a lot of CDs in the car, and that just kind of stays on rotation. And it's that one that one's called I Know.
Oh, I Knew Who Everyone Was.
How does it go?
It goes, I wanna get into myself, 'cause everyone. Yeah, I actually play guitar on that song.
Oh, you played
I'm
guitar on that one and the other track.
And
not on the
Hero.
recording though, right?
Yeah, I'm on that song.
On the
yeah.
recording?
Yeah, I Knew Who Everyone
that's
Was.
the one you did with okay.
I played lead guitar on that. I'm the one that
I
solos.
have no idea what he's saying, but I'll sing with him.
That song, that's definitely one of my favorite songs, dude.
That's
like
awesome.
that song is great. Yeah, making my own.
And then there's 2 tracks later. There's another one, but I can't think of how it goes.
Which one?
The beginning or something. I don't know what the fuck it's called.
See,
I got it. It's in the fucking car right now.
So you're talking about a song that you played guitar on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
with a different band.
For this band,
Yeah,
yeah.
because Jordan Esker is a good friend of mine. I played guitar with them.
Gone on tour with them.
I've been on tour with him. Playing bass, not even playing guitar.
Like sister bands.
Yeah. And we share the same bass player too. Yeah.
A lot of people share that.
Because he's a
fucking guy.
bass player.
Yeah, that one's got a good bass solo of his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually playing with Jordan 420. I don't know where, but I'm playing bass on 420 for them. So
You gonna go dreads for it?
I would
Real
if I
quick,
could.
man.
I have a mullet right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to see it?
No. Don't show nobody that shit.
Just shave that shit, bro.
I have to now.
I can see it now. I can see it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I could do a dope ass mullet before I'm
Oh
done.
fuck yeah, you should, dude.
My lady said she'll cut it in my sleep. If
Dude,
I do it.
do a mohawk, but just leave like the top long. Oh shit, just not.
Well, that's just a mohawk.
I want to do the Billy Ray Cyrus, the whole poofy top, like comb it back, do the
It's not a
MC Hammer
mohawk.
lines on the side.
Oh,
It's
you
not a
should
mohawk
do
if you
it.
do
And
the
the-
whole sides, because the mohawk is literally all of this is long.
It'll be a regular haircut here and just long ass shit
Yeah.
back. I'll do it. Fuck it.
You
Why
should do it, man. That
That'd be
looks
fun.
She
dope.
cuts it in your sleeve.
And I'll get the old school Oakleys, like
Yeah.
the old school, and I'll get a pink shirt with my sleeves cut off or something.
You should do it, man. I think that look dope.
It was unfortunate. He just looked at it and said, "Yeah, leave it." And I was like,
Me?
"Are you sure?"
Yeah.
Ellie's like, I don't know about that shit, bro.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, I know. I told him straight up. I was like, "Nah, dude."
But
But he was like, "No, leave it." And I'm like, "Whatever." I always have my hair up, and he hates that, so I'm like, all right, whatever.
I don't know, man.
Relationship shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I like
it is
trying
what it is.
different fucking styles out. Like I've done weird stuff. Another thing too is like I'm losing my hair, man. So it's like I might as well
Might as well have
fucking-
some fun with it.
Yeah, it's like I might as well try shit out. You know?
I'm going gray.
Oh, gray. I would way rather go gray than
He'd
go bald.
way rather.
I would.
I'd way rather have that.
I would way rather have
That wascally hair, huh?
you wabbit.
I'd way rather have that. You wabbit.
Fuck you, man. You piece of shit, bro.
Don't let him slide on these.
Never,
Mistakes.
dude. Fuck you. I would way rather have gray hair than go bald, man.
I like my gray.
Yeah, dude, it looks good on you, man.
Some people still ID me though. I'm like, are you fucking kidding
Yeah,
me?
it's like, dude, are you fucking serious, bro?
Holy shit, dude.
This isn't fucking
I got grays older than your bitch ass here.
Comic Con, dude. I'm not trying to dress up for Comic Con.
Just bag my beer. Just bag my fucking beer.
You take this cash and just let me walk out of here with dignity, bruh.
What are some of your favorite beers?
I like this shit right now is kind of on top because it's fairly cheap. But I'm a Guinness drinker.
A what?
Guinness.
Oh, Guinness. Guinness is
my
tight, yeah.
There's a good bar in Plant City that pours great Guinness. I mean, I don't know. Every bar tastes a little different. I don't know if it's the pipes or the lines and shit. Yeah. I don't know if it's the quality. I don't know if there's different qualities, but man, they got a good fucking Guinness.
That's interesting. I hear that it's like one of the only beers that happens with.
It tastes different.
That people are like, well, that's not the same.
They pour the shit and they drop it off, and I drink it, and he comes back. He's like,
the fuck happened?
Did I fucking give you a beer? And I'm like, I want another one.
You did. You can have one more, please.
I like to order, because there's a Chinese place. I like to order Chinese and go to the bar next to it and drink as many as I can before I get the Chinese one.
Have you had a Coppertails Porter?
Yes, those are good too.
Yeah,
I like different porters. I've had some like other random beers that I like too, but I'm a fan of the darker beers.
I honestly, I'm a big fan of most beers. I don't like this one as much, the Heineken. Can you pass me one of those Modelos? Heineken? No, Modelo, please.
Modelo, por favor.
You want another?
But I mainly like Belgian beer, and I guess what would a Guinness be considered?
Guinness would be more of a.
That's still an import, right?
It's
Ireland.
It's a draft porter stout. It's a stout. It's a stout.
Stella Artois is good.
Stella's good. I've had a great night.
I don't like Stella's anymore.
When I first had Stella, I was taking this girl out that was like a neighbor of mine.
That was the problem right there.
I was trying to holler at her, but I didn't know how because my buddy kind of had dated her before, and she was a neighbor growing up too. Like I always kind of was infatuated a little bit, but it was also a neighbor, so it's kind of weird because you grew up with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I took her out and. I went. It was at the Cuban Club in Ybor, and they had 7 bands playing at one time, and they were outside in a little corner. First layer, I'm gonna say 5 bands. First layer, second layer, third layer. There was like 3 different tiers.
Like
to
floors?
It. Yeah, I don't know exactly where exactly it was, but there was like a bunch of fucking bands playing at once, and they were giving out free Stellas. You pay $20 to get in, you get free Stellas.
That's pretty dope.
And I was double fisting.
That's like a buffet right there, like a buffet of beer.
Yeah, and bands.
Yeah, and bands. That's a great deal, dude. I would do that every day.
It was awesome, and I got smashed off the Stella, boy. It was good.
I don't like Stellas, man.
Stella is almost like a Pilsner, I think.
It's a Pilsner.
I like it in a glass too.
Yeah, you got to pour it. If I had like the proper glass, I'd like to pour this shit too if I can.
We have some if you want.
That's all good. Drink it out of the bottle. But if I'm at home and like I got a nice clean glass that I keep clean, I'll fucking pour that shit up.
Have you had Hoegaarden?
No, I have not.
Have you tried Hoegaarden?
But it sounds like a cool place.
It's fucking.
Because they had that's one of the ones that at Publix. It's like a 3-pack where you get Hoegaarden, I think.
Yep, Stella.
Oh, I think I have heard of Hoegaarden. Yeah, I didn't know that's what it's called.
Dude, they're fucking. I mean, I might be wrong, but they're fucking delicious. I love it.
That's the best way you could be wrong. I think.
Is it French?
Huh?
What is it?
No, I think it's Belgium. Or German. I think it's either German or Belgium.
Sapporo's pretty good.
Sapporo, I don't think I've had that. You see, you're more towards the hoppy kind of crisp beer. I think.
Yeah.
You like more of a crisp, refreshing beer. I like more of a thicker.
When I was here,
darker beer.
Last time I was here, I think it was in October. We went to that place, Green Bench.
Yeah, Green Bench Brewing.
Man, that beer was amazing.
They got a great Pilsner, and I've worked there.
What was the one that we had that she kept giving us free stuff?
Yeah, it probably was the Pilsner, bro.
Yeah, it was the Pilsner.
Because it's the cheapest stuff.
Yeah, it was.
It's great, that fucking beer.
Man, it was like, refreshing. I mean, tasty.
No, their shit is fucking fire, bro.
I had that because I was drinking their porters, which is like super thick, and I was working.
Mm-hmm.
It's making me sweaty. So I was like, what do y'all got that's just kind of cheaper? They're like, well, we can give you this Pilsner for free. I was like, well, I'll try the Pilsner. I don't know what that means. Man, I drank like fucking 5 of them things.
Yeah, they're tasty, dude.
Super good.
They're fucking tasty.
What is it? Blue
Moon?
Blue Moon's pretty good.
Blue Moon's pretty good.
So Hoegaarden is in my opinion, a better version of Blue Moon.
Are they the same style? Yeah, I guess.
Belgian,
I think they
Belgian wheat, maybe.
Yeah, Belgian wheat. Yeah,
exactly.
That's exactly right. There's another one that actually the bottle's up there. It's I think it's called Francis Kiner, right? Francis Kiner.
Grab her?
No,
I'm not gonna get up.
but it's like
I'm fucking with you.
it's a Belgium beer with like got like a banana like infusion to it.
What?
But it's not like
pretty
super thick though. It's got like a hint of banana, almost like a spice.
I don't like those beers that have that intense fruit thing
Yeah,
going on, and this one doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't.
When he's like, oh,
Aftertaste, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
it's like a miniature.
He read the
aftertaste.
whole like the thing on the beer. He's like, oh, there's banana in this, and I'm like, what? I don't taste that. And then I took another sip, and then I was like, oh shit, I guess a little bit.
It's like they tallied his banana.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I wonder how would you get a beer to taste kind of like a banana? How would you do that?
I think banana is one of the. I don't know if it was one of the easiest flavors to mimic or one of the hardest flavors to mimic. I forgot what I heard, but I think.
How do they do it though? Do you know?
You just throw bananas in there, dude.
Do you? Can you do
I
that?
don't know, dude. I don't know.
Banana.
Bananas.
Bananas.
Have you ever been to Concrete Beach Brewing?
No, but I heard of it, and it's like one of the popular
Dude,
places of.
it's in Miami. It's a brewing place in Miami. Fire.
It's like really fire,
Bro, it's like Fuegs, dog.
That,
Dude, it's fucking really
I
good.
just stepped into Miami. I don't know what's going on.
My boys
Things are fuegs.
Bro, like I popped so many bottles there, bro.
My boy was there the other week, and he was telling me all about that shit. So I'm definitely gonna check it out. Dale, I'm out there next week.
Dale.
That is legit how people talk out there.
No, but I was.
Is everybody asking for mas gasolina? I don't know.
No.
That's a good one.
No, it's definitely more like.
That's just what I'm picturing. Everybody's like, dame mas gasolina.
And then they hand him a croqueta.
The Miami slang is like very. I mean, most of the time it's just more like. The word is cariñoso, like it's just like, hey man, you're my bro. Like, it's all good, bro. Like if you tell them, oh, I got a new iPhone with lasers on it, they'll be like, oh damn, bro, that's crazy. But in reality, there's no such thing as an iPhone with lasers.
They're just down. They're just down.
They'll just be like, hey, yeah, for sure,
That's just crazy,
that's
man.
dope.
That's dope.
Yeah,
That's cool though. That's cool how people talk to each other. That's dope.
Yeah, it is weird. It's funny because like whenever I'm with my little brother or him or even my other friend. Oh my God, Laura scared the shit out of me.
Our tenants just walked up on the window.
God, she scared the shit out of me.
Oh, they can't see.
Yeah, they can't see you, dude.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But fuck, yeah, dude. Whenever I'm with them, like I just kind of like go back into that fucking Miami fucking. Like I just start to get the accent a little bit.
That's where I hear it the most, and it probably comes out of me too. But like from Daniel, that's when I hear it the most.
You're from Miami too?
Yeah.
Yeah, we met in Miami.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where how'd y'all meet?
She was friends with Kenny's sister, and they both worked.
Damn, I wasn't like it's not like I was friends. I mean, we are friends. Like,
okay, well, I didn't mean it like that.
Damn, man.
So she's friends with Kenny's sister, and they were working together at Burger King, so they were like hanging out a lot at that time.
The Burger King right across the street from Kenny's house. And yeah, she was.
And I went to school with Kenny in middle school. That's where Kenny and I met. We first played on teams together, like sports teams, before we ended up playing music together.
They sported.
We sported first. Oh. Yeah, Kenny and I both play basketball, or I'd play more than him now, but we both.
And baseball.
You're a baller?
Yeah, we actually played ball today, right before this podcast. Yeah.
So Nick just goes, "Hey, yo, Danny's really good at basketball."
Won every game of 21.
Yeah, I did win every game.
He was really good.
I suck at basketball. I suck.
I've been doing it for a long time.
I like baseball, but I'm not real good at it. I like the game of baseball.
I can't. Cool. I like playing baseball, but I can.
That's what I'm saying. I don't watch any sports.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna watch none. But I like to play sometimes. It's fun to play.
Yeah, it is fun to play for sure. But so yeah, basically what ended up happening is Kenny and I were playing with my other friend Serge, and she, I think you heard us like jamming one day or some shit like that.
No, Allie just invited me over.
Oh, well, there you go. And then
she's like, my brother plays guitar with his friends. You're a drummer. You want to come and just jam? And I was like, all right. And they sucked.
Hey, Daniel was giving you the eyebrows?
No, it was before that.
Yeah, it was before
He was fucking terrible. They were all terrible.
Jeez. Now say the real story.
The band sucked.
No, that is the real story. No, we played, and then like I was already in 2 other bands, so I was just like, oh, that that was fun or whatever. And then they invited me out again.
I didn't know y'all were together for the longest.
Yeah, no,
just
no one knows that. Yeah.
No offense, but that is kind of the story. You guys weren't great.
No, for sure.
Like
just
not
so you know,
enough,
you were shit.
Like not enough to pick up a 3rd band. You know what I mean? Because I was literally already in.
Yeah, you're saying at that time, but then from the second time that you came.
Exactly, because I was already in a band with a guy that I had gone to high school with. We had done some work with that band, and it wasn't like the greatest music or whatever, but I just saw it like that. Like I had just put in work into this whole thing, and then I joined this other like punk ska thing, and then I played with them. And
they were cool. Like, that band was cool. Sun Lotus was dope.
What's it called?
Sun Lotus.
That
band was fucking cool, man.
Yeah. And then like we played, and I was like, well, that was fun. That's what I took it as. Like I was like, okay, that was cool. And then whatever X amount of time later, they asked me to come back, and then it was like, okay. And when I came back, like I was just like, holy shit, what the fuck just happened? Like, were these like the same kids that I just played with?
Kids, we were kids.
Niños.
16
and
probably.
It was like 6 months later.
How old are y'all
something.
now?
Huh?
How old are y'all now?
I'm 26.
I'm 29.
34.
That's not that far from me, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, you're the same age as Ray.
Ray?
Oh,
somebody once confused me for Ray. I was
really?
I was out in St. Pete. They're like, Ray, you know what? It was that band. It's another band. I think you guys have played with them. I think Jordan Esker's playing with them tomorrow.
Vetno?
No. It started with an L. Lino or something. Limbo.
I don't know.
There's a chick lead singer. It's not Vetno. I know them too. But she's like, Ray Roa. And I'm like, no, but thank you.
Cool.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
And he's slimmer than me, so either he fucked up or
either he's tripping or I'm doing something right.
I'm doing better.
But yeah, that was our story. The second time we played, they were like, "Hey, join," and I was like, "Cool." Actually, no, I asked to join.
And y'all started like a little courtship.
Yeah, we started I think we started dating like a year afterwards.
Yeah, something like that.
So it
was a slow progression. It wasn't like
right away. No.
I think what ended up happening, like she had her own place at the time. Like she had an efficiency behind her mom's house, kind of similar to the setup we have here. And I was going over there in high school
because his high school was
very close. It was actually on the way. Yeah, it was on the way to. So like my high school, if you were to think of avenues, like in Miami, it's all numbers. It's not like here where it's like names.
Yeah.
So for example, I think our school was on 47th, right?
37th.
So our school was on 37th and hers was on 57th.
So it literally was like 2 main afterwards.
So to like exits basically.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And I would stop by there before going back to my house, and I would just chill there for an hour or two or whatever, and just like. Because
I worked nights.
So just say hello and talk. And that's kind of like when we got to know each other like a lot. And then we obviously hung out as a band, and stuff like that. But the thing like that a lot of people don't know about Ellie is that when we first started like playing together and getting together, like whenever we would have something, because she would come to like things like parties, like like birthday parties and stuff like that, and she would always leave like after practices, after parties and stuff. Like she was always doing something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I had plans afterwards.
Yeah, she always had plans all the time, dude. It was so weird. And
so we spent a lot of time actually not being close. Like as a band, we spent a lot of time not being close. Yeah. Because it was always like, all right, cool. So you guys good? You guys need to go through anything else? No. All right, cool. I'm gonna head out.
Go do other shit.
Yeah, she was doing other shit.
Just leave.
Yeah.
So.
But year in is like, I guess we just got like a lot closer, and then she actually. You asked me. You asked me. Yeah. She asked me.
And then what did you do?
I made a joke.
Oh, what a dick!
I said, she goes,
"Oh shit!
She
no,
like,
I didn't think of it like that."
Yeah. I'm such an asshole.
Slap that mother.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, "Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I was like teasing or like if I came off."
I didn't
like,
mean for it to be like come off that way. I just.
But you were just fucking with her. Damn.
So I'm a 20-year-old going. I did not just get shut down by a 17-year-old. So I'm going to go move on with my life.
No, she goes, I think she wrote back like, okay.
I was like, cool.
Yeah, and then I was like,
ego shot,
I was like,
boy.
nah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, let's go out.
What an asshole.
I know. She's like, why would you do that? I'm like, come on, it's
and that's
me, dude.
how it's been ever since.
Yeah,
Yes.
give and take relationship.
No, we're constantly taking ego shots at each other now.
It's good.
How many years?
Gotta knock
It's going to be 10.
Wow.
It's a good run.
Yeah, it's been the fucking
gonna be 10.
worst.
Yeah. I've got 9 years with my chick.
For real.
Nice,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
We spend a lot of time apart.
Yeah, well, I
It
mean,
helps.
we do too. We do too, though. Like, I think I think that's actually really important.
It's a key to the relationship.
I
is to give each other space.
Yeah.
Yes.
I travel a lot. Like, I just, like, me and my best friend, we take a weekend or whatever. Like, we're like, let's bounce. And we both just go.
She's gone for the weekend in St. Pete. And I was feeling kind of a little bit bad because I was going to do the podcast and she didn't have nothing to do on Friday. She's like, well, I'll just fucking go hang out with Amy. And they got a new place. She had made plans too at the same time I made plans. So
That's
I was like,
dope.
well,
Works
fuck yeah.
out.
Now I'm just trying to figure out what to do tomorrow night.
Yeah, she does that too. It's like she'll go, like, she's been to cities I haven't been to, you know, like she's been to Ohio.
Yeah, so is my girl.
I haven't been to Ohio, you know, and it's
Yeah.
like, I like that though.
That's
I
what
like
I'm
the
saying.
fact
Like,
that
me
she
and my
does
best
shit
friend
like this.
literally make it a point once a year
Yeah.
we're going somewhere new.
She
Like,
went-
we'll pick a city and then we'll just go.
She went with our friend Nate to go see the eclipse.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's yes. I think it's just like you should always have independence, you know, because it's like otherwise it's like feeling dependent on someone else's life. I think that causes tension.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I feel like doing your own thing it's just better that way, you know.
Yeah, I don't think there should be a loss of self-identity when you're with someone, and I think that's like
Yeah, exactly.
a huge thing that starts happening with people. No, I can't go. Oh, dude, that sucks. Why can't you go? No, because like my girlfriend can't go. I'm like, what? Like, I don't think that doesn't make sense.
She said I couldn't.
She said she
That's that's the fucking worst.
That's the one. I can't.
I can't because she said I can't go. Or just in general. I don't mean to make it like that. Just in general. You know, my coworkers, I can't go because he said I can't go. Are you shitting me right now?
Yeah.
You can't go because so and so told you couldn't go. Like, what the hell kind of?
That's pretty normal though. I think.
It's
the norm.
sad.
Is it
but-
though? Is it normal?
I think it is.
It's sad, but it's pretty normal. And like, what are you gonna do? Right? You're not gonna sit there and argue with that person. That's their life.
The only rule that I have with my girlfriend is to not get so inebriated that you can't make it home.
Yeah.
Like when she's away from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like,
Yeah, like
I don't want you to go hang out with somebody and be like, I'm too drunk, I'm just going to stay the night here. I'd rather you call me and I'll come get you.
Yeah, for
If
sure.
you're going to spend the night somewhere, well, go do it. You know, we're in agreement.
If that's
So
the plan.
That's the plan. But if
Yeah.
you're just like out getting fucking trashed and all of a sudden you can't make it home, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't make it home.
Yeah. I don't give a shit. No, I agree with that. If the plan is that I'm gonna stay out, then okay. Like, whatever.
It happens. You know, shit happens. But
Yeah,
at least be like, hey, come get me or whatever. you
Yeah,
know.
or just like, hey, I don't have money. Can you fucking pay for the Uber for me? You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
something.
Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause-
Like that communication of I'm gonna get home though.
Yeah.
So.
The idea is try to get home.
Yeah.
Try to
Yeah.
make home.
That is kind of a shitty situation. It's like, really, dude, you got that fucked up.
Yeah, and then of course it's the whole thing starts. I don't know what the fuck's happening.
Yeah, you never know exactly. Then
That's
there's all
true.
these Suspicions, you know.
Yeah, that's never a good. You never want that. Yeah.
Suspicions.
Well, shit, we're running at fucking 2 hours. This is definitely
5 hours.
This is the longest podcast we have so far.
2.
So
Let's make it 3.
So
No hour.
I'm gonna before we close this out, does anyone want to plug anything? Freddie, you want to plug your channel?
Butt plug.
You want to plug some butts?
Go to just type Villa Pinstriping or Via Pinstriping on Google, and that'll pop up my Instagram, which is at Villa Pinstriping, and then the YouTube is Villa Pinstriping at youtube.com or something like that.
That's V as in Victor.
V as in Victor, I as in eyeball, L as in Lotus.
Yeah, Lotus.
L again as
or leprechaun.
Leprechaun.
Yeah.
A as in A.
And we'll have all that. Like we'll have the links to all that in our description. Yeah, for sure.
Villa Pinstripe. I'm gonna try to put it on our. I'm gonna make a video saying, and I'm gonna link this on my channel so people can see kind of what I just in a colloquial
I
situation.
appreciate that. That's
because a lot of the people that watch my videos have never heard me cuss because I keep it very PG.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if there's gonna be children watching.
That's true.
It's art, so I like that.
It's art. Yeah, I want it to be informational. And the thing with my channel is I keep it humble, and I tell them I've only been at it for 4 years. The stuff that I do is a lifelong art form, so the people that really got their shit together have been at it for 50 years.
Yeah.
Right.
So when I tell people, hey, this is the way I do it, this is my opinion. This might change in 10 years.
Yeah.
This video might still be around, and I'm no longer doing this.
Yep.
So I try to tell people in advance to kind of look for other options. Something else might work for you that I'm not doing.
That's something that Ray said too.
Just keep
yesterday.
exploring, man. Just keep.
Ray said the same shit, man. It's so weird.
You got to, because that's an open mind. That's the way you got to learn in this world. You gotta grow from your mistakes, and you're not going to be the same person 10 years from now. If you're doing the same shit, you fucked up. You've not grown.
If you are the same person 10 years from now, then you're not.
You're that old asshole that nobody fucking likes because he never grew out of that teenage bullshit.
Yeah, Nick, you fucking asshole.
What are you gonna do?
You got some.
Nick's
plugs?
like Buddha over there, bro. He's already got it in his head.
You got some plugs, dog?
Yeah, I want to plug my boy. He sells wireless cell phones.
Right. Down in Miami, bro.
You got the kiosk number 143.
Cell phones. If you need to rent like TVs, speakers.
Rent TVs.
What's his name?
Darnell.
Juanchito Pepito Hernandez.
No, I just want to say thank you to the House of I band members.
Yeah.
For hosting and allowing me to be here, and pretty cool to be on a podcast. It was a great experience, and it was just great to be with cool people.
What about your IG, dog?
Oh, you got Instagram? What's up?
He's got Instagram.
I'm gonna find you.
Dog. Plug that shit in.
You gotta have
plug your fucking
fat
IG,
booty bitches
bro.
on there. I hope.
It's rojas.photo.
There you go, rojas.photo.
Is that with a R?
Yeah.
I'm playing.
It's actually a double L.
Is it a Z? But
photo with an F.
We are gonna sign off. Bye, everybody. Thank you to the new subscribers. We really appreciate it, man. Please share this shit, man, because it helps us. And
cheers. We've drank beers.
Bye.
Subscribe. It doesn't hurt. Just hit the subscribe
yeah,
button.
dude.
Hit the subscribe button. Hit the little bell.
Gonna hit you back with good things if you hit subscribe.
With a double subscribe
comment.
button.
Comment, yeah.
Start an argument on the fucking thing.
Yeah, tell us what you fucking think, dude.
We said some shit that pissed you off.
For sure. If not, you don't have a pulse.
All right, later. Hey, everybody. We just wanted to say thank you to the new subscribers, and also thank you to the current subscribers, or the old ones, or whatever. Thank you so much for doing that. We appreciate the fact that you are listening, and we hope that you enjoy this content. Another way that you can show your appreciation for the content is to please share it. Share it, share that shit.
On your page, on your mom's page.
Dude.
Just share it.
On your mom's face.
Oh.
Share it on your mom's face.
I don't think that'll get around.
But yeah, thank you so much. I don't know if we promote ourselves enough, but you, again, if this is the first time you're hearing this podcast, we do have music available. We do have social media. Our music is available on pretty much every platform, Spotify, Bandcamp, Amazon, iTunes, Google Play, all that good stuff. The description, the links to all that stuff will be in the description. If you have any questions or anything like that, you can email us at houseofiband@gmail.com. Feel free to comment on the video. Feel free to share it. And please get your friends to subscribe to our channel. And if you are a first-time listener and you're not subscribed to the channel, do so, por favor, please. But yeah, thank you so much for listening, and we hope you enjoy it. And yeah, be nice. That's my new motto. Be nice. So yeah,
I was gonna say bye.
Bye, and be nice. Peace.